What's up, guys? Yogizilla here. It's episode 166 of HorsePLAY Live Uncut. Doing a little pre-show here. We don't got any of the gang just yet. What time is it? It's about 10:02. So I guess I'm a little early. Well, not really. Usually try to get together about a half hour before the show and sound check and all that stuff, at least. Feeling a little better, still a little congested, but I think I'm on the home stretch. I got two cats that are craving my attention right now. Blue's on my lap and Schmunkin's over here trying to get my attention. Alright. Beard and Hat's gonna be running late. He just messaged me. So, might as well do some housekeeping at the top of the show here. Tonight we will be continuing our Unicorn Poopies. It is as ridiculous as it sounds. There are Geek Awards. We'll be finishing up our, video game segment. And then we'll be moving on to other stuff, other categories, like TV shows and movies and stuff like that. And yeah, we're on the home stretch for that as well. We also have some big announcements. Obi will be joining us tonight, hopefully. I haven't heard from Warchild today. I saw him streaming earlier today, I thought. Yeah, let's see who's on Discord right now. Yeah, let's see Warchild. The heck? Okay. We may be going back to Skype because I know a lot of folks would like to see video again. I still didn't want to do in the middle of this series because with video it introduces other issues like lag and they're gonna mess with the windows and the overlay and all that stuff, and people come and go, then you're losing the video. It introduces too many variables. So I'm gonna talk it over with our other hosts, permanent hosts and rotating hosts alike, and see what they think. Otherwise, you're just stuck looking my ugly mug. Let's see, sound levels look good. Really, Schmucky, you gonna sit on top of my Xbox and just clean yourself? Cats just do what they want. I'm drinking this coffee and my cat Blue's looking at me like, what is that? Yeah, baby. I'm loving on you now, see? She likes when I rub her under the chin. Yes, this is the cat pre-show. I just tell you random stuff about my cats. And she melts. She's melting. Blue's the meanest one of the bunch, but she's also my favorite. Because she's a pain in the butt. She makes you earn her affection. She doesn't just give it up all willy-nilly. So yeah, announcements tonight. We'll be talking about kind of the direction of of the network, what we're doing with our podcasts, our streaming, hosts that are joining us, hosts that are leaving. Yeah, we also got some weird news headlines. Weird is relative because I guess in this day and age, this is pretty normal news. We jump ahead to checking the show notes. Alright, this is round 8 of our Unicorn Poopies. What are you doing, kitty? Blue's just looking at something. What is it? The Schmunkin over there. She's so paranoid. Alright, so we are up to double check. Best lol moments in gaming. Oldie but goodie. Most evolved / improved game. The one game that actually needs to be revisited. You know, a game that we actually want to be remastered or have a sequel for. Best big developer / publisher of 2016. That's gonna be an interesting one because we also have the next one is best mid-tier game studio. Then we have best indie game and best indie game developer. Humble Bundle? Oh hell yeah! We always plug Humble Bundle for the love of the kill. They got that ACLU Humble Bundle, the Freedom Bundle. That thing's crazy. $30 and you get a shit ton of games. Of course, the best, not maybe the best Humble Bundle they've ever had. And of course, they never line up when I have the funds to spare. Wouldn't you know it? And yeah, that would conclude the game categories tonight. We got best music anywhere, best sci-fi show, best fantasy show, best comic show, best long-running series, best returning series. These are all like kind of TV stuff. We'll see how far we get. And yeah, we got about 2 or 3 weeks worth of categories. You know, the first half of the show we just kind of go through our usual introductions, how everyone's week's been, some news headlines, banter, etc., etc. Damn kitty. A little kitty just jumped and freaking made tons of noise. By the way, we still have a code left for... We have a few codes left, but this one is up for grabs right now. For Smite on PC, you'll get the Ultimate God Pack and 1,500 gems. Mind you, 1,500 gems, you know, if you get 200 gems, I think it's like $3. 500 gems is like... It's a weird conversion system. It's like $5. And then 1,000 gems, $10. So, you know, this is roughly $15, $20 worth of gems. 1,500 gems is a big deal. Let's just put it like that. And I gotta think about that. Is it? If you buy 200 gems, you don't get any bonus gems. Then if you buy 500, you get like 80 bonus gems or 100 bonus gems. You know, those microtransactions, they always have a way of making the conversion a little more confusing, so you don't really realize, it doesn't really sink in how much you're spending. Let's see. Smite game. I think it shows how much the gems cost there. Yeah, patch notes. King of the Kappa. That's out right now on PC. Oh no, it's not out yet. That's a reveal. 4.1 is out. It's the current on PC and console for Smite. Thank you, Blue. Gems. I think it shows the... I think you have to log in for it to show you the... Oh yeah, it does show it here. Yeah, I knew it was a weird thing. 200 gems is $5. 400 is $8. 800 is $15. 1,500 is $25. And the most popular bundle is 2,500 gems for $34.99. What are you cats doing? You gonna get them? Anywho, I'm just bullshitting. I'm waiting for the rest of the crew to get on here. Oh, Tuka's here. Yeah, of course, the one night I get on to do a pre-show and I'm kind of hyped to jump into things, everybody's running late. I hope Warchild's okay. Should probably text him. The cats are playing in the background. You might hear some rustling and strange things in the background. So, for the love of the kill, what you think about that Humble Bundle? I like the questions we get sometimes, even from our friends and long-time listeners. Like, have you heard of Humble Bundle? It's like, if you're a video game podcast and you haven't heard of Humble Bundle, there's something wrong. Oh, okay. He did text me. Might be. He said I might be a little late. Oh, okay. All right. And it's weird. I have my notifications turned off on my phone, but they're still making sounds, which is strange. All right. So everybody's accounted for. Oh, you're doing the monthly subscription? That's a good deal. I think it's a better deal than Loot Crate, because chances are you're gonna get a lot better stuff and it's transferable. Someone just dropped the N-bomb in the chat. Swag Mag. Does that sound like it's someone I would know? Come on, kitty. Alright, let's get everybody settled in here. Alright, there we go. Tuka's coming in. They say the cool thing about the Humble Bundle is that you can easily gift the games. Come on, cat. She's trying to get on my lap, but she can't find the angle, I guess. Tuka! Tuka. You hear me?
Yo. Yeah.
There you go. Ooh, you sound really low. Test, test. Let me get a little sample audio.
Let me find my headphones real quick.
Yeah, no speakers. It's a golden rule of podcasting.
You said what?
Oh, I was saying one of the golden rules of podcasting is you don't use speakers, and then you get crazy feedback.
Oh,
yep,
yeah.
We are on Discord. I said we've been doing that on our Discord for a while, but we might switch back to Skype, possibly. Well, that's if we do video, or when we do video. We might alternate. We'll see. You know, folks have been asking for more video. Oh, old Tuka Jr. in the background. Hello. It's a puppy. It's a puppy. It's a puppy. It's a puppy. Not a puppy. Not a puppy.
Shoot him with a train dart. Next. Go to sleep.
Go to sleep. You ever saw that movie, Dark City? Sleep.
No.
It's a good movie. Tuka sounds so distant. Let me see if I could.
I gotta find my headphones.
Alright, I might have to bump you up anyway because the mic is really low.
No, not the blue ones. I'm gonna check the car real quick.
Aw, snap.
Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Come to my macaroni party and we'll take a nap.
Is that the mic you're gonna use tonight?
No. I'm using my phone right now.
Oh, okay. Alright, just checking. Cause you sound a little low.
Yeah, I'm looking for my I think I left my headphones in my car, cause I do Uber now.
Well, you're doing Uber? You're an Uber driver?
Yep.
Nice. Some good coin for that?
Yeah.
Be some cool characters. You might have to do like taxi cab confessionals, Geeky Antics edition, you know, with your host Tuka. Of course, we'll be discreet. No names will be dropped. We won't say who you drive for on that show, but people will probably figure it out.
Will be dropped. Your name will not be dropped, or will it? Witness me.
Witness me. Dude, I'm surprised with how big you are into that you haven't gotten into For Honor.
Man.
It looks like it's right up your alley. It's you running in as a Viking. Witness me! Dude, you could be a black Viking too, which is kind of an oxymoron, I guess, but you can pull it off. A red-bearded black white Viking. Witness me!
I'm gonna use the one with the big axe. Or the berserker.
Dude, and you can spray your mouth with some bling. You'll be set.
Oh, here they are. Cool.
Come on, cat. Let me get my cat. She's being all crazy. She's freaking out as if this thing is new to her. It's like, I'm hearing voices, and they're not your voices.
Is this?
Whoa.
Is this better? Is this better, Mike?
Yes. Keep talking, though.
Okay, I'm talking. Is Everett supposed to be coming on? Watch out!
Yeah, he's running late now. Everybody's running late tonight.
How is he running late?
Well, he messaged me earlier. Well, we'll just get it started because I was just doing a little pre-show and just to bullshit a little bit, and I was thinking everybody's gonna be on a little earlier, but it's mainly just be me talking about random shit, trying to buy time.
Cool. How long does the podcast last for?
Usually a couple of hours.
Cool. I got about a good hour in me before I'm about to hit the road.
Oh, you work
again.
You work the late nights, or you just work whenever you feel like?
Whenever I feel like, but I pick my times like Wednesday through Saturday. I like to hit the late night bar and clubbers, and then rush hour traffic as well.
Oof, you are a saint. I will not fuck with rush hour traffic. Nope.
That evening rush hour.
But I gotta say, even your rush hour traffic is nothing compared to how Augusta gets during Masters Week. Fuck that. No me gusta. And don't worry, on this podcast we have the E for explicit, so you can drop a few F-bombs and that makes you feel good.
No me gusta.
No. Lemon pledge.
Superman no here. No.
Superman never here. Alright, we might have someone else joining us. Well, I'm gonna get the show started, guys. We're gonna play our intro music and go through the usual spiel. And I guess we'll introduce everybody as they come in. Instead of wasting time here. Alright. Mute your mic for now, Tuka. We're gonna play some music. Actually, make sure you hear this first. Let me know if you hear this.
Enough about Obi's nuts.
Yes.
Yes. You're welcome.
How do I mute myself?
And then my favorite is this one. Oh, and he left. Okay. I guess I'll pull him in when we're ready. Alright, and here we go.
You are listening to an All Games Radio Network broadcast of allgames.com.
Hi, this is Normie from Knuckleballer Radio and Zombie Cast, and you're listening to one of my favorite shows on the Geeky Antics Network. Don't forget to check out the rest of the gang over at geekyantics.net. Warning, there might be rants and food ahead and possibly inappropriate behavior. Don't tell anybody though.
Welcome, geeks, gamers, furries, and ninjas robots. This is HorsePLAY Live. I don't know why I did the opening like that, but I did. I'm your bald bear lizard host, Yogizilla, and we have assembled our usual motley crew for you today, or tonight, whichever prefer, depending when you're listening to us. We do this show live, late nights, 11 p.m. Eastern, every Thursday, pretty much without fail. We haven't missed a show yet. Yeah. And that's, we do the show live over at twitch.tv/geekyantics and allgames.com. We're glad that you could join us live or in recorded format, or however you're joining us, video, audio, through ethereal connections. Whatever way you connect with us, maybe we connected in a dream world. Yeah, and you're seeing us that way. Hopefully, we make your dreams come true or something. Yeah, see? Hey guys, this is episode 166 of HorsePLAY, tentatively titled Revenge of the Unicorn Poopies, the one where we reveal the game of the year. At least that's the goal. We didn't do the game of the year yet, did we? See, I'm all out of whack. If not, if we did, then we'll do it again. And if we didn't, then we'll do it for the first time. Yeah, I don't know. My co-hosts are not here right now. They're running late. But that's okay. Because I have an old friend joining us tonight for the first time. This is his first time doing a podcast. His name is Tuka, a.k.a. Derek. He likes the color yellow, petunias, jelly beans, and he keeps leaving the channel. What is he doing? Get back in here. Tuka, what are you doing? Tuka! Oh, I guess he can't talk right now. Well, that's the introduction for him. I guess he'll come back when he's ready. What is he doing? Oh, God. I think we have someone else coming in here. Let me tell Tuka where to go. Good Lord. Everybody's just all over the place tonight. Twitch.tv/geekyantics. That's where our main chat is at. And, yeah. I see Warchild is lurking. Hello! How's everybody doing? Yes, we got a webcam. And it is black and white, not because I'm trying to be fancy, but, the camera is acting up. Let's see. Tuka, what are you doing? Stop leaving the channel.
Can you hear me now?
There you go.
Hello?
I'm introducing you and you like popping in and out of the voice chat. Crazy.
I don't know why it was popping in and out of the voice chat.
Well, you kept changing channels. I was like, huh?
I don't know. I was in one channel. Crazy.
It kept showing you going to the Xbox Live channel, then you went to the Steam and PC gaming channel. Like, what is this guy doing? All right, we got one more person coming in. Let me pull them in. This is for the Lover to Kill, a.k.a. the Evil Waylock. Okay. What's up, bro? What time to speak? Yeah. True. Totally. All right. This might be the best start to a show yet.
I know, right?
And then Obie's like, oh, tonight we're gonna have a huge announcement, and I got a bunch of stuff to talk about what we did over in MOG Atlanta, and what we're gonna be doing with the network and new podcast stuff. And
the sad part is about that, I'm in Atlanta and I didn't know about it.
Yeah, I'm surprised he didn't hit up anybody while he was out there. I think he was supposed to meet up with Warchild, and I figured Warchild would have told you.
Yeah, he should have told me.
Yeah, communication, folks.
I know.
It's so important.
I've been MIA for some months, so.
Yeah, we all kind of go into those little spots where we kind of go radio silence. Oh, my bad, kitty. I'm over here crushing the poor cat's paw. I'm like, what's this soft thing I'm leaning on? Oh, my bad. It's not my lap.
You know cats are revengeful. They can scratch you in the sleep.
No, she was completely chill. I didn't even notice. She just kept on sleeping. I'm like, okay. Oh, Warchild said, I heard nothing. Damn. That's fucked up. But, what can you do? Obi's one of the worst when it comes to follow through. Like, he'll make all these plans, and you're just, you want to be nice, so you just, like, kind of nod your head, like, yeah, definitely, it sounds awesome. And you're like, he's going to probably remember about 10% of that, and then follow through about 1% of what he remembers. Oh, man. So, since we're starting off all weird, might as well just jump straight into the news, and then we'll get into our Unicorn Poopies, our Unicorn Poopie Awards. There are geek awards we're giving out to all things geeky, but mainly video games. We did have some huge announcements tonight, but I guess we're going to put those off because Obi was part of that, and I wanted him to kind of head off that block. But, I mean, I guess instead of just teasing it, a lot of you folks were asking, did Obi leave? Did he leave the Geeky Antics? Well, he didn't leave Geeky Antics, but he's stepping down from HorsePLAY, and Obi's really bad when it comes to social media, so that effectively means that he is going to be gone. Because when it comes to like leaving comments or using Twitter or anything, he's pretty much the worst. I'm surprised he figured out how to turn on a computer. Obi's like a 80-year-old guy trapped in a 30-something-year-old's body. Like, the internet.
That's terrible. Well, internet, is that what you use for the turn the stove on? Like, no. No, that's the thing that you use to get information on the newspaper on the web. It got spied. No. It's,
how do I load the microfiche into my floppy drive? It's like, why do you even want to use microfiche? Like, it's probably already online. Just Google it. That sounds dirty.
Google, is that the store down the street? No.
Is it by the Piggly Wiggly? I think I saw it by the Piggly Wigglies and the Wife Savers.
No. It's a search engine.
So. It's never too late, folks, to learn technology. My mom is super paranoid, she's kind of anti-establishment. She doesn't trust anyone. She's like super conspiracy theorist. Like, she doesn't even trust animals. Like, she'll be Tuka stepped out again. What is he doing? Tuka, what are you doing? Keeps jumping out of the channel. What the? Okay, well, he's gonna miss a story. Anyway, and then she was always growing up. She was always the person that put like the fear of God into me and my brother, and she'll always say things like, "Don't touch that animal. You don't know where it's been. Don't pet that dog. Blah blah blah," and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. Some of the little paranoid. Anyway, she doesn't even trust. And like by her own words, she says, "I don't even trust, electricity." Poor child says, "Baby took a tax for 2 damage." Lol. Yeah. He might have got in a critical role. There you go, Tuka.
Oh, can you hear me now? Okay.
You're not in the Twitch chat either, because Warchild Everett's in here narrating things. He's like, baby attacks Tuka for 2 damage. You missed a story. I was talking about my childhood and how my mother is like one of those people that she'll say straight up, I don't even trust electricity. Like, she's just super paranoid. Like, don't jaywalk, don't touch random animals, don't even trust pets, like nothing. Like, and because of that, she's a technophobe. She's like, no, I heard that if you have those new flat panel TVs, the NSA can see you, and the webcams, people will watch you through those, and if you have a computer, they're listening to everything you say, and they can steal your credit card and ruin your life. I'm like, oh, no, it doesn't work like that. Like, people do stuff usually to get into those situations. Like, there's some people that can get hit for no reason, but usually the people that you hear those stories about are DTDs. Like, man, this Nigerian prince said that all I got to do is give my bank information and he'll transfer all his riches over to the States and split it with me. Oh, is that all? Yeah, give him your social and your blood type while you're at it, too.
I know, right? And your soul, too.
Yeah, right?
You don't need that.
But see, even with that story was just to kind of, set up this. Even with all that, my mother has learned to use technology. She has iPad mini, rather. She's got a smartphone that I bought her, and she knows how to text now. I mean,
oh, that's a big step.
It's a big step. Now she's sending me emojis. I'm like, what?
Oh,
I cried a little bit.
She's gonna create her own memes.
Dude, like, she sent me, like, before it was just like a smiley face. I'm like, wow, that took a lot of effort. Now she sends, like, just this week she sent me like 10 emojis back to back. I'm like, damn. She must have figured out where all the extra emojis were. Like, the only one she didn't figure out yet is the steaming poop. If she figures that one out, I'll be really proud. Gabrielle's a little cute turd, Oh, it's a turd with eyes. It's a chibi turd.
I still don't understand why that got so big.
Everybody secretly loves the word poopy. This is a funny word.
Really?
Oh shit! Warchild said he's a rich prince from Nigeria. Oh damn.
Oh, okay. So I'm just gonna go. I know where he lives, so I'm just gonna go rob him for all of his riches. I'm gonna plunder his his castle.
Loot and pillage. All right, let's get a homeboy back in here. All right, for the love of the kill, are you here now? Okay. He says he's back, but then he doesn't talk. You strange boy. All right. I think we should just go to news then. So we got a few things here this week. Trying to figure it out. Oh, he doesn't understand Discord yet. Gotcha. All right. I'll jump in when there's a natural stopping point. Was that Tuga?
I'm the same way. I'm trying to learn this whole Discord thing as well.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not as user friendly, I gotta say. TeamSpeak's a little easier, and Skype definitely much easier. But once you figure this out, Discord's really dope. All right, so let's first start off our news and banter of the evening by talking about Rainbow Six Siege. Last week we talked about how Velvet Shield dropped, and that released 2 new operators, which is standard for each season update. And they have Jackal and Mira, which Mira is Spanish for look. Mira! And as you expect, when they're brand new, everybody's picking up each round. Mira, I like what the potential is with her. But if you're playing with randoms, Mira is the worst because she's a double-edged sword. She sets up these black mirrors. They're one-way mirrors. One side you can see through it, and the other side is black, right? That sounds great, right? And you can't shoot through them, and the enemies can't shoot through them. Unless someone pops it, which a teammate could pop it and make a hole, leave a hole where the mirror used to be. Or, if the enemies shoot it enough, eventually it'll break, and then they can shoot at you. So the problem with it is people use these things to kind of sit on the objective and look out the window, and it creates a false sense of security. You're like, oh, we're safe in here. What's the worst that can happen? All of a sudden, someone decides to pop it and doesn't communicate that, and you're getting shot at. And, yeah, like half your team drops, and you're like, what the hell's going on? And by the time you figure it out, it's too late. So Mira backfires a lot. But I like the concept. Because it gives you... I think the best way to use her is to put the mirrors in a room that's close to the objective or overlooking the objective. Even if you're not in that room, people see those mirrors and they get freaked out. They're like, I'm not gonna walk down this hallway. If they can avoid that area, they'll circle back, go around another area, or they'll take the chances. So you can psych people out like that. But people are not doing that. They're being pretty obvious. Like, well, there's a mirror there, so obviously there's someone in there. And, 99% of the time you'll be right by assuming that. Now, Jackal is the guy that's really changing things up. Because if you like to camp or roam a lot, Jackal can be pretty punishing. He could track footsteps and reveal enemy locations to his teammates. And yeah, Jackal, if played right and he hangs back a little bit, could ruin your chances of winning. If he's on the other team. If he's on your team, he's great. So Jackal's definitely the favorite character here, favorite operator, and of course he's an attacker. And he's a good counter for Caveira, who, as we know by now, has the stealth walk, where you can barely hear her coming, and by the time you finally hear her coming, it's usually too late. And, it's annoying, because then she assassinates you. Well, she interrogates you, and then slits your throat. And then when she interrogates you, she tells everybody where all the enemies are at. It's pretty crazy. Then it's open season.
Go watch TV. Go.
They also did with that update, they have a new UI, new interface. It's pretty slick, pretty sexy. And then even the homepage now for Siege, it is so much information on that first page. At the same time, it's very clean. Like, it doesn't feel cluttered. It's very intuitive. Like, this game really does keep getting better and better, every update. So, really excited about what to do in Rainbow Six Siege. The only thing that they really need to focus on now is resolving the usual server issues and weird stuff with games like people freezing and getting a blue screen to death. That's the new thing. But, well, not so new. It's happened before, but now what happens is that your whole screen freezes and you can't do anything. Good times. But, it's a work in progress. Now, this next bit of news is old. By the way, Tuka, didn't you get Siege?
No, I did not. I was planning on getting it on Black Friday, and see what had happened was I had to work on Black Friday, and see what had happened was there was no more copies when I got there.
Damn.
Yeah, it was $15 on Black Friday from where I was at.
I think it's 20 now. Regular.
25, 30, somewhere around there.
I'm sure the year 2 edition is gonna go on sale soon enough.
Yeah, I plan on picking it up next week, this week or next week, and definitely hopping on because I've really been interested in Rainbow Six Siege. Ubisoft, like, to tell you the truth, Ubisoft has never had a good launch on any game, but they do try to improve it over time.
Yeah. Yep, that's definitely true.
because that's exactly what happened with the division.
Mm-hmm. That
The
game
division
is getting
definitely
better.
Yeah, it's a whole lot better. Once after they did patch 1.3, 1.4, it definitely went downhill because they was trying to cram everything and try to meet their deadlines. But what they did was they took a step back, revamped the whole thing, and rebalanced everything. Dropped out 1.4 and 1.5.
Yeah.
Everything after the underground sucked until after they redid all the weapons and did the rebalancing, and then survival is definitely a mode that I love going in and then having to survive for, going in there with nothing and then trying to get to the end. Only extracted maybe once or twice.
Oh, survival's hard. Do you do the PvP or PvE?
PvE for now. The last time I played, I haven't played in a couple months, but I was doing PvE. I was thinking about actually giving PvP a try.
Dude, that would be madness on survival, man. It's hard enough as it is.
Yeah. But it entices you to kill the other player, and then that player is not in your area to take all the stuff that you're trying to get.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be, now, with how it is now, you got to be a good shooter.
Yeah. And definitely work with a team, because you don't want to work on your own on that.
Oh, no. But how they do it, which I like, is if you go into it alone, everybody else is by themselves, too.
Yeah.
But if you go into with a group of 3, everyone else is in a group of 3. Start off with a group of 3 or a group of 2. They definitely been listening to the community on that one.
Yeah, it takes a little longer to find a match, but at least it matches you up properly.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll mess around with the PvP flavor a little more. It's just like, there it makes more sense because you could choose, alright, is this smart for me to fight this person or should I just let him go? Whereas in Dark Zone, it's just people just fight no matter what. Even if you don't have any loot, it's like, I'm going to kill you just because I can. And it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
It's just trolling. But when there's an objective in mind and you got to be kind of strategic about it, like, well, what do I stand to gain? What do I stand to lose? Definitely worth it. But you're right, because then if you clear out the area, then people aren't looting that area. So, but it's hard enough to get into the Dark Zone in survival.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, as much as people kind of shit on Ubisoft, they do a way better job maintaining and supporting the games than like EA does, for example.
Oh, yeah.
Like EA has terrible launches, and yeah, they'll support the games, but they don't really iterate upon them as much once they're released. It's kind of like, yeah, this is what it is. Enjoy.
Unless it's one of their main franchises.
The what?
Yeah, like you said. I said unless it's one of their main franchises. Like, for instance, I'll say with Mass Effect and Dragon Age, they did really well supporting them.
Yeah, but see, those are not multiplayer games, so it's a little easier to patch that kind of thing, With multiplayer, you got to constantly balance it because now there's a human element you got to account for. But you're right. They do give a lot of love to Mass Effect and Dragon Age and whatnot.
And of course, their Madden line.
Yeah.
Sounds like a hate
I love
sports games.
I love football, but I don't think I'll ever buy a Madden game again. Like, I'll wait for it to go on EA Access and play it. But it's like, you pay full price for a game where they'll improve one thing and then ruin 3 things that were perfectly fine before. And they remove game modes and features that were cool, add shit you don't care about, and then on top of that, then there's microtransactions. What? I'm buying fucking card packs to get players in the game? Get the fuck out of here.
That's why EA is rated the worst company in the United States. Like,
it's crazy.
How you get that title? You see how they get that title though?
Yeah, and I mean, they should at this point they should just make Madden a platform, like a lot of other games are becoming, and then just update it through patches and DLCs. You know, that's it.
Yes, that is consumer friendly, but business friendly is to come out with a game $60 every single year, knowing people are going to buy it.
Well, and that's the thing, right? People are still buying Maddens, so they're gonna keep, punching us in the face. We're enabling it. We're enabling the abuse, because we won't break up with them. It's like, oh, no, EA still loves me. He just beat me up because sometimes I make him angry, and I understand. I could be a little annoying sometimes. So I deserve to get punched in the face.
Like, I open my mouth.
I opened my mouth and complained. I shouldn't have done that.
I should have told him that I want to give him my money.
Dude, that's the metaphor I use every time. I'm sure there's some people that are like listening, like, that's fucked up, man. I went through an abusive relationship. Listen, we all have. But you gotta laugh at it in retrospect, It's abusive relationships that we go through with these game companies,
Yeah, these gaming companies are definitely like eye gouges you for their money, for your money, not theirs. So they make it theirs. For instance, like our favorite punching bag of this past year, No Man's Sky.
I know Destiny's still getting some punches too. That's still.
But at least Destiny improved. They listened to their community and then improved. Just like other companies. Bungie is good for that, to listen to their community and improve.
But
then
they're not that far behind with EA on nickel and diming, though. Let's be honest.
Oh no, they're not. They're of course they're not that far behind. Only game that I always said that did microtransactions right was Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yeah, I've heard that. I'm about to just break down one of these days and get it, because I still see people playing that on Xbox, and I miss it, because I had the 360 version, and after you remember, and then after it kept messing up with the online, I just gave up on it. But there was so much potential, and now they finally got it right. But I'm like, damn, how long did it take you?
No, they've been having it right for a while now. What they did was all their expansions that they came out with, they made it free. But you how like you have the in-game cash. You can use real cash to get the in-game cash, and most of the for is like get your apartment and get other stuff. But the money that they use for that you can just buy the in-game cash for, the shark cards, they use that money to continue to release updates.
Yeah. See,
like there's
cool.
So much crap on there now, man. You definitely missing out.
Yeah,
definitely missing out.
I've been stubborn just because that game had not dropped in price really forever, and I have a problem with the game that releases and in the first month it's unplayable online when that's what I want to do, and then I played it, and for that first year on 360, that game was pretty janky on and off.
Oh yeah, it was. But they use that as a platform to get it right for the Xbox One. I will say that.
Yeah, but now I have to buy it again. They should have. If they made it so you could upgrade for a small fee. I mean, I'm not gonna say for free because that's not gonna happen. But if you could upgrade, that would have been dope. But they had that briefly, I think, and then they just kind of gave up on that.
Oh yeah, because that was not they still want to gouge you at the eyes. Yeah. for money. That's what they did when the Xbox One first came out. They had it to where you can these games you can upgrade for $10. Yeah. That I forget what was the games, but they definitely did do that for a little bit. But Grand Theft Auto does go on sale quite a bit, and it's definitely worth picking up, especially if you have a group of people to play with, you know,
Dude,
and
the cheapest
fly
I've ever seen
helicopters.
is like $30. And it's
20,
like,
I've seen it.
really?
Yeah, I've seen the 20.
Yeah, it did go down to 20, but that's like rare. It's like, you know, it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this is how I look at it though. It's like a game that was broken to begin with, right? And then if it's too close to the price of a new game, I'm like, I'd rather just get that new game. Like, I don't want to play it that bad. But then they canceled GTA 6, and they said they're gonna keep supporting GTA 5 and GTA Online. So I'm like, all right, maybe this is gonna have another couple of years of longevity, you know?
Yeah, it's not dying down anytime soon. I'm telling you that now. That game is continually. It's a platform, like that's what you was talking about before. It's a platform that they just continue to approve upon. That's one thing that's respectable about Rockstar.
Yeah.
They take their time to make their games, and then when it comes out, they're always big hits. For instance, everyone has been waiting for Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's supposed to come out this year. That is everybody's going to lose their mind over that.
Yeah, and the replay value on their games is top notch. And, you know, I tip my hat to them because they made Red Dead Redemption. They allowed it to be put on the backwards compatibility list, so that's dope. And they can finally finish that game.
Oh, I see it. Oh yeah, I had beat Red Dead Redemption. That is very. I haven't beat the zombie part, but the regular is definitely worth getting into.
Oh, I know. I'm just bad with beating single player games.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of us are.
Yeah, but what you call it? I said last week. I want to make sure I was clear. Last week I was making fun of, you know, hardcore Destiny fans and comparing them to hardcore Nintendo fans. And I'm not saying if you're really passionate about Nintendo or Destiny, doesn't necessarily mean you're part of this group. But I mean the people that are apologists and are unrealistic about their love for these companies. It's like Apple fanboys. Like, you know, Apple could do no wrong. Like, Apple could release, a turd, put the Apple logo on it, and call it iPoop, and people will eat it up. Like, it's revolutionary. Like, what do you do with it? What's the thing? It could be whatever you want it to be, man. It's just brilliant. It's like, only Apple could think of something like that. Dude, it's a turd, and they put a logo on it. Like, I could do that. Like, no, you can't. Look how stylish it is.
Like them removing the headphone jack?
Yeah. Oh, my God. And the Apple fans had an excuse for that, like the hardcore fanboys. And then my favorite thing was my friend, who's like the biggest Apple crackhead I know, Sean Freeman from the Zombie Cast and Knuckleballer Radio. Great guy, but like, man, do not ask him about tech advice because he just has no taste. Like, he's just someone that likes to spend a lot of money just because he can. And he was like, man, this new iPhone has this crazy thing. Check this out. They have this thing that is not a picture and it's not a movie. It's an animated picture. So it's a still frame, and when you click on it, it's animated. I'm like, dude, that's a fucking GIF. No. It's a live photo. It's called the Apple iLive. Like, no, it's called Apple iLied. Because that shit ain't new. They just repackaged it and made you think it's something brand new. Like, this is what these kind of companies do. Make you think that they're doing something great and making you fall for the hype. It's like, come on, people, don't let them pull the wool over your eyes like that. Like, the iPhoto, get the fuck out of here. It's a freaking animated GIF or GIF.
That's think about like this, like how Facebook came out around 2004, 2005, and then Twitter came out soon after that. But Twitter, all that is like a status update for Facebook, and then you get Instagram, which is just like the picture part. It's just like these companies get an idea, break it up, and then repackage it to you as something new, and people eat it up.
Yeah, I mean, see that I understand a little more. Because what they're doing is creating a more focused experience, right? Like, I love Twitter, even though Twitter has issues, right? And Twitter's suffering right now. People don't realize it, but they don't know how to make it profitable and still keep it the way it is. They have a real big problem. Like, the way it is, the way people love it. But to make it profitable, they got to change it. And if they change it, people won't use it. And then if they don't use it, then it's not profitable. So it's like they're stuck, you know? And, but Twitter is great because it just focuses on the messaging part that Facebook has. You know, same thing with Instagram. And it just creates a really focused experience so they could be really good in that one aspect. Whereas Facebook, it does all these different things, and it's good, and it's pretty good in most of them, you know, it's okay, but, you know, you're not gonna freaking lose your shit, you know what I'm saying? So there's something to be said about that, you know, and a lot of these tech companies, they know they're not doing something groundbreaking. They position it a little bit, but they're not making people think that it's something like they invented, like, I invented the animated picture, you're welcome, you know? And so, all this to go back to what I was talking about with, we talked about the Nintendo Switch, you know, 'cause we talked about how Destiny, how Bungie just keeps fucking with their fan base, but their really hardcore loyalists will keep eating it up, and they'll jump on Destiny 2 for day one, right? And they've had so many missteps, you know, and then you look at the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo is a freaking turd of a company when you really think about it. And I love the games that they make. But, like, they shit on you if you promote their product without the permission, right? If you monetize videos that have any mention Nintendo's products in there, they want 100% of what you earn off of it. The fuck? You know, they don't believe in influencer marketing. So that, you know, they're not going to hire YouTubers, podcasters. They're not even going to support that, you know, or allow it, even though it's free advertising for them, let alone pay them for that help, right? So it's like, why even bother being a fan or having a fan community for Nintendo when they just completely poop all over you? It's like, I'm scared to even do anything remotely about Nintendo because they don't support their fans, you know? They really don't care. Like, they do whatever the fuck they want because they're Nintendo, and you can see that they have that arrogance, like they're peacocking, you know. So it's like it's hard for me to get excited about Nintendo Switch when they just fuck up so much, and you know they're really bad too about proprietary tech. It's like, oh hey, this is how much the system costs, $300. All right, that's about what every Nintendo console has cost, you know, each generation, and when you consider inflation, all that shit. But then, you know, all these accessories, like they have a thing. Oh, if you use a third-party, you know, device with accessory, you automatically void the warranty. Like, they don't stand by their products. Like, there's so much bullshit, and no wonder they don't get the third-party support. Like, so you get a Nintendo platform just so you can play Zelda, Mario, and maybe a Metroid game if you're lucky. And no, like, so, you know, I want to just apologize. If you're one of those people super excited about Nintendo Switch, I'm happy for you. I wish I could join you there. I'm just tired of Nintendo's shit. I just can't get behind a company that slaps you in the face constantly. You know, they do not listen to their community. They give two shits about what people really want. They just keep trying to reinvent the wheel.
That's the thing that you were saying. That's why they don't have the third party support like they was, because they don't support third party. They're all about first party IP, and then that's why they're not doing so well. That's why they're hurting. They might do second party support like with Game Freaks and Pokemon. You know how Game Freaks made Pokemon, but they're technically employed by Nintendo, so they're technically a second party developer. So that's like, for instance, when Pokemon Go came out and it blew up, you know, everybody was doing that. You know, Nintendo wasn't really making money from that because they only had, a 25% share in that company.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I mean, I even went out there and played Pokemon Go. I did none of the microtransactions, but
Pokemon Go had almost no impact on the value of their stock shares.
It's okay, Marty. Where we're going, we won't need wheels.
One child finally made it. Yay.
Still got the clips in my hair, but I'm good. Special shout out to my wonderful wife for doing my hair tonight. We got baby pictures tomorrow.
See, that's why you just shave your head, man. It's easy.
I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Dreadlocks make me look sexy.
I got
he's never gonna cut his hair.
I might shorten it, but I ain't gonna cut it off.
I mean, I won't lie. If I could grow out my hair like that, you know, I probably would. Back in the days, I had a fro, but that's about as far as I got.
Well, you are growing it out just on the bottom instead of the top.
Yeah, there you go. If I put my head upside down, I got a fro again. Yay!
You can do like the Viking dreadlocks, you know, just like, you know, twist it up.
Or a dwarf.
True.
Yeah.
Or a dwarf, yep.
Like a dwarf from what?
And you shall have my axe.
I'm gonna buy some trank darts and shoot this little child in the neck.
You said the neck?
Yes, right in the neck.
Okay,
I thought
you said the nuts, man. I'm like, that's kind of harsh.
Little Tuka's really excited right now. He's singing the song for us.
Little TJ, Tuka Jr.
Tuka Jr.
Chop them in the throat. Silence! That's all you're gonna hear. Silence!
Oh, okay. Well.
So, Everett, we got some feedback for some of our listeners, and people really love you, man. They said,
really?
They said me and Beard are too salty, though, these days. I'm like, damn!
Why they like me so much?
Because I guess you're not salty. You have dreads.
Who are these listeners? No, I'm kidding.
Who are these listeners?
I mean, that's cool. I know every time we're on Twitch, it's like it's mainly us, so it's like...
Yeah, but remember, like, the main thing for us is the downloads. People listening on the website, listening through iTunes, TuneIn Radio. That's the main. That's where we get, you know, the big numbers. Yeah, Twitch is too much of a grind. I mean, every Tom, Dick, and Harry thinks they have a podcast. Like, I got a podcast. No, you got a Twitch show that you may upload to YouTube, but you're not putting it on any podcast networks. Get the fuck out of here! I got a podcast.
True. I don't have a podcast. I've got a casting pod. We're original now. Sorry.
I made another funny.
Indeed. I made a funny.
Beard is here now. Beard in a hat, a.k.a. Taylor. What's up, bro? Okay.
I'm not here yet.
There you go. Okay, you're not here yet. Okay.
For the record, that's Beard and Hat. Yogi is Beard and Bandana. I am Glasses and Goatee. So
we should
we
all
gotta
just
get one
have...
for Tuka.
we just all need really functional names. Just right on the nose.
So I guess I'm the faded goatee, I guess?
Faded Goatee, yeah, there we go. So if we ever do like Reservoir Dogs Bank, and you see like those names in the news, you know who it is. You know what time it is.
You know what happened. You know who.
Suspects were wearing beards, bandanas, glasses, and fades, as well as goatees. Still at large. Stole $2 in a candy bar.
Dude,
and the orange Mountain Dew.
I think that was called the Gilded Goatees.
Oh, not to get y'all off track too much, Tuka, I'm sorry for drinking the orange Mountain Dew, but if it'll make you feel any better, I tried to save it as long as I could, but the thing went flat, so it was like drinking some Diet Kool-Aid.
Oh, those orange Mountain Dews are good, though.
God, they don't have them here.
They're so rare.
I should have been like a G and poured it out and said, this for my home Tuka, and somebody would have been like, but Derek's not dead.
You don't have
Shut
him
up.
you don't have him in ATL?
No.
That makes no sense, dude.
I don't get. We got the pitch black, and we got the blue one, we got the red one, and we got the white one, which Mountain Dew Typhoon should have beat out white out, in my opinion. But that's just me.
That's a tough call.
Shoulda.
I think I might agree though.
Typhoon was the closest thing we had to the orange one back when they were having the great decision of.
Yep.
After Halo 3 came out, I believe. That was when they started getting really deep.
Yep.
God bless Game Fuel.
Yep. Beard and Hat says Pitch Black is the best Mountain Dew. I like.
Yeah, if you like Diamond Tap.
I don't know. I like Pitch Black because I like that grape flavor. It is a little medicinal for tasting, but I don't know. I think Livewire might be it, and then Cold Red behind it. Oh, it's tough, man. I don't know.
Cold, cough, headaches, muscle aches. Take your Mountain Dew. Cold and cough.
I'm still tripping though. You guys don't get that out in ATL, and you're a bigger city than Augusta.
I think it's because it's Coca-Cola country. That's why they're like,
oh,
you can go ahead and pedal your dew from the mountains, but just keep in mind, boy, this Coke country.
That's true, because you know what's funny?
But, you know,
we got a Pepsi bottling plant by us in Augusta. So your theory might be on point. Cause we got a Coke plant out here too, but the Pepsi is much closer. It's right off of what's it called? Oh my god, I can't think of the word now. Right off the highway where Walmart's at. Bobby Jones Expressway. Right off the way.
Well,
I'll say
we gotta set up a distribution line.
I know. I was going to say Georgia's lying to you when it says Georgia loves dew.
I love dew, but Georgia doesn't.
I know. Georgia doesn't.
We're gonna set up a bootleg, the 1950s when they were bootlegging liquor. Only we're gonna bootleg Mountain Dew.
Go bootleg Mountain Dew.
Like, you know the era I'm talking about.
Prohibition.
Al Capone, everybody.
20s.
Yeah, Prohibition era. Yeah. Yeah, see? That would have been the perfect time. Make sure the distribution happens. Let's get that orange stuff down to the south, see?
Yeah, see, yeah. Papa's gang gonna never catch me. Huh?
I'm sorry.
So hot out on Peachtree Street, huh? Yeah, see, yeah.
I'm sorry. I've thrown everybody into a tangent. I'm gonna be quiet now and catch up. I apologize.
When you guys come in and visit me out in Augusta, you have something to look forward to. Bring back some Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I told you I'm gonna sell it on the corner of 14th and Peachtree Street. Like, yeah, see?
You're gonna get people that's gonna look at it like, what is this? Did they print the can wrong? Is this supposed to be like this?
Where's the trash? Oh,
wait a minute, this is supposed to be lemon lime. This is orange.
The can you definitely won't find. That one, that's hard to find, but the bottle stuff definitely you can find.
Around here, bottles
What are
are
you people talking about?
Mountain
Really?
Dew.
Mountain Dew.
What the hell? You guys don't even have the bottles?
Yeah, we don't have the only orange bottle I have seen with the Mountain Dew Game Fuel, the Mango Heat Blast or Mango Heat Wave or whatever it is. That's such a beautiful, crisp taste. It's like ballerinas dancing on your tongue.
You like them?
Tickling
You
your
like the
taste
mango
buds.
one?
I love it. Better than the cherry one.
Oh, I don't care for the mango.
Well, that's because you don't like Teddy Sprinkles. I'm Morgan Freeman.
You know what? I'm Samuel Jackson. Bitch, give me that live wire.
Nah. Look, the mango one was good. The cherry one was, man, I've tasted the cherry one somewhere before because, like I said, I've been drinking Mountain Dew for a good long minute. I remember when they had a World of Warcraft one that was blue and red. I think the red one might have gotten recycled as that Titanfall 2 cherry flavor, just with a little tweaking.
They repurposed them.
They come out with that cherry flavor every year or every
Actually, no, I'm
game
sorry. It was orange for the Horde and it was blue for the Alliance. But still, I think they might have taken a little bit of that, tweaked it, and boom.
I don't think they even changed the flavor at all. I think they just changed the label.
Yeah. Beard and hat has entered the gungeon.
Shh. You didn't see nothing.
Oh, see what is it? I'm in Discord. Oh yeah, enter the gungeon. He's like, yeah, you guys keep talking.
That game is, God, I would Beard. If it was 2-player, I'd play with you, man. It's a beautiful game.
It annoys me that it's local co-op.
Yeah.
Wow, like, you know, they kind of X'd out local multiplayer and did like online multiplayer, but it's weird to now only for a game to only have local multiplayer.
I think as long as it's 8-bit, there is no excuse that there should be local multiplayer. But at the same time, it should also make it easier to access online multiplayer too.
Because like, how much information are you sending over the internet just to do a local online multiplayer for 8-bit game?
I mean, if this is like the early 90s, I could have said, oh, God, don't pick the phone up. I mean, yeah, that's one thing.
It's like, oh, no, he was just about to help me. or you can praise it, like if you're playing like Dark Souls and you're about to get chopped by somebody that invaded you, and it just disconnect. So all my humanity, I saved it. All of it.
Good time.
I remember I picked up the phone one time. My dad found out. Well, he didn't know who exactly it was, but I had never heard of anger like that before. Even after I did something wrong, it was like this brand new anger that I'd never felt before. I was scared. Pick the phone up! It's like a death metal album. Pick the phone up!
The good old days. See, I feel like, that's something Nintendo needs to work on, is like their online. I'm just waiting for when they're going to be like, new announcement. The Nintendo Switch now has a 56K modem adapter. Like, damn, Nintendo.
Damn it, Nintendo.
It supports call waiting.
True. It was, M. Night Shyamalan was a co-creator, and he decided to put that twist in there for the Switch.
Oh my god. What was that? What did you say, Beard?
The GameCube had that.
Yeah.
It did, but it didn't even use it. It was like they made it, and like one game supported it. And, it's like,
Fantasy Star.
Fantasy Star.
That's a good game.
Yes. That was the game that was supported, because I played it.
I think Mario Kart did too.
Yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash, yeah. We had this
Mario
conversation.
Kart 56K.
Yeah.
But it's just, and this is, and again, I'm not trying to, don't feel, like people were saying, hey, sometimes when you talk about stuff, you slam it, you make me feel bad for liking it. Like, don't feel bad if you like it. We're making fun of it.
No, feel bad if you like it.
Look,
but no, there's no excuse.
I like Destiny, and I have no shame. I mean,
you should feel bad for that.
We're not insulting the people that like it,
You should be ashamed. Should be ashamed of your life.
I'm not. Look, y'all can judge me all you want to, but I guarantee you, at least one of you here is probably a brony, and you're not going to admit it.
I
silence.
That Applejack is pretty hot.
But I will admit that I do like Destiny, especially when you're playing with people. But I'm not going to say I'm ashamed of it. but Beard is like, no, you should be ashamed. Kick rocks with your face, all of it.
I mean, I like Destiny, but I recognize that from a business perspective, it's a piece of shit. And the way they treat the fans.
Every game is a piece. I feel like almost every company.
Yeah,
from a business perspective.
There's like a certain threshold of shittiness, and Bungie crossed that line. Like,
they just gave you like the bare bones. You got to buy the corn separately type.
Yeah, it's like if you're eating chicken nuggets, there's a certain amount of beak and claw that you're gonna tolerate. But then once you start getting too much of that, and maybe some little feathers and shit, then you're done. It's like, all right, no,
Yeah, so like that beak. That beak is way too big. You need to cut it.
No, but here's the thing that like with Nintendo Switch, they're making a phone app so you can take it mobile and you can have your chat in there. So and then they're charging you for their online access, but they're gonna give you the first year for free. And I'm like, Nintendo, you should even make an announcement of charging for your online, because you have not gotten online right the past two generations.
Yeah.
Everybody's leap and bounds ahead of you. That's
just $30 a year.
Dude, it could be 50 cents a year. I don't care what they're charging.
You're not doing it right. I mean, you got to get people hooked the right way. You don't say you're going to get first year, because let's be real, PlayStation, Xbox, yeah, you get 30 days for free, or sometimes 10, maybe less. And then you get people hooked, and then you're like, yeah, now we selling the good stuff.
Yeah, like
PlayStation wasn't like that at first, but their online was fucking terrible. Xbox, even though you paid for it, had their online leaps and bounds over PlayStation. But, because, take for instance, Xbox 360 versus PlayStation 3. They had Xbox 360 had a better connection. Even the Xbox versus PlayStation 2.
But it's also because you paid for it, which you had better maintenance, which makes sense. Whereas
definitely.
When you don't pay for it, well, don't expect to get anything super great. It's gonna suck.
You're not gonna have nice things.
Yeah. This is why you can't have nice things.
I mean, Nintendo has a crazy war chest. They could afford to invest in their infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? Like, Sony was a brand new player in the video game industry. They had an excuse, and we all knew that eventually they're going to charge for the online.
No, they didn't have an excuse. There's the PS3. They were already almost a decade into being in the video game circuit. Don't make apologies for them.
I'm just saying, relatively speaking, like, all right, but Nintendo's been doing like this for a long time. They really should know better. But I joke around, and this might be a little. Yeah,
Nintendo started the Spectrum. Really, they started the whole. There was the ones that revived the video game market back with the first Nintendo. After the crash of that game that shall not be named, A.T. Destroyed the video game market. For that time being, and Nintendo revitalize it. So they're like the grandfather. So they're doing grandfather things like, what's that? Internet? Oh, let me see what y'all youngsters. This is great. Why have I not known about this a month ago? That really has been a decade, father. Oh, really? I thought that internet I just heard about a week ago.
Yeah, that's pretty much Nintendo. I mean, the NES, they brought video games to the general public. It was innovative, right? They used to be about innovation. Now it's less innovation and more gimmicky to me. I think they're relying too much on their first-party properties and their name and their brand power. And the fact that they have something no one else is offering. But they can only do it for so long.
And that's what every other console does.
No, like
you're characterizing them as something different when they're not. They're
Xbox,
trying to be something that the other companies
Xbox
aren't.
And then
the other companies the other companies immediately go and take what they do. Look at the Kinect. Look at the Move. Nintendo started that. That wasn't a fucking gimmick. That was the first step towards seeing where the VR line is.
But see, that's the thing. If you don't follow through,
it's not.
If you don't follow through with the promise of a project, it is a gimmick, not innovative. I can make a freaking teleporter.
With it.
Look, if I make a teleporter and it makes really cool sounds and electricity, right? Little sparks come out, but it doesn't actually do what it's supposed to, and no one bothers to use it. Then it doesn't matter.
Never came out the other side.
Yeah,
that's come out the other side.
Like, a toenail went through. It teleported a toenail. Enjoy. That's like what Nintendo does. They fall short. Like, look, Microsoft and Sony. Microsoft and Sony own. What's that?
Start thinking about the fly.
No, it reminded me about Red versus Blue when he told Tucker to go through the teleporter. He was like, Caboose was like, he didn't come out the other side. He's like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to use the teleporter. I'm going to post that on the Geeky Antics Facebook, that clip, so y'all can see what I'm talking about.
Do it.
And then you can be like, Yogi.
It's like, do it, and it'll be a good callback. But no, you're right to a degree. Like, I do agree with you. But what I'm saying is Nintendo is in its own little corner. They're like this little spoiled brat in the corner. Like, wait, we're Nintendo. We need to do what everyone else does. So it's very different. Like Sony and Microsoft, yeah, they may keep doing the same thing over and over again, but at least they have third-party support. They do something to attract partners, and they know how to play nice for the most part with the community members and the potential partners. Nintendo's like, we could do it all about our own, It's like, whatever, I do what I want, I
guess when you've been around that long, though, you get that mentality. It's like you're top dog, but nobody wants to be in your yard.
Nintendo, if I had to personify Nintendo as a porn star, they'd be like a Nina Hartley, perhaps, like still pretty hot, and they know some good tricks. But then it's like when you get close enough and you see the herpes on the lips, you're like, yeah, how about we just shake hands and call it a day?
What kind of flicks were you watching?
It's like you feel bad. It's like so much wasted potential, man.
Oh my god, no.
You're welcome for that visual.
That's so terrible.
Right now, there's someone that's a young listener. They're like, Nina Hartley, who's that? Let me Google her. Oh.
Just focus on Lisa Ann. Focus on Lisa Ann. You'll be okay.
Nina Hartley's good too. Well, yeah, Lisa Ann is definitely taking over in the MILF sector.
Milking it live.
Geeky Antics After Dark.
It's After Dark. Geeky Antics After Dark. Witness me.
Witness me. Just whisper softly. Anyway, I think we that started off as an apology that we're not anti-Nintendo. It's just look, my slamming Nintendo comes from the disappointment, like how much they break my heart. And I'm a Sega fanboy, I will admit that. But I want Nintendo to right their wrongs, so it could be a competitive market and they can actually be relevant. Because right now, the way I look at it is there's Sony and Microsoft. Oh yeah, and it's Nintendo, I guess.
I would say this about Nintendo. Nintendo, if you are doing a more so of a family setting, like if you're looking for more family-friendly games, then definitely Nintendo is the platform to go for. Now, if you're more so of a underground or casual gamer, you're going to more so drift to Sony and Microsoft because they appeal more to those people that have like us, where we grew up playing video games and now they're becoming more challenging and more story oriented. That's how Sony and Microsoft are, and they're competing and they got those third party support. Nintendo is still stuck in the ball pit and in the place at McDonald's saying like, these are my balls, and we're already eating Big Macs and stuff like, you can have those balls. But every so often, Nintendo say, oh man, I got this shiny new car. And they'd be like, let me go ahead and get that and tweak it and make it to something like I have. For instance, like how they try to do the whole, what Beard was saying with Nintendo coming out with the motion controls, which, in my opinion, was okay at some points, but was terrible on a lot of games. So terrible. The technology
developed it.
The technology on some of it was terrible. Like, for instance, if you look, I got one game for example, and that was what was it? Marvel Ultimate Alliance 1 and 2. When it came out on Nintendo, you could try to do the moves and stuff, but you only can do one move at a time. You only can set one move in your arsenal, which on PlayStation and Xbox using a controller.
Oh wait, hold on. More child is echoing.
Yeah, working on it.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah,
hey, there you go.
I was just going to continue to talk. I was just going to continue to talk until it went away. But
it never goes away.
It never goes away. But with with the Xbox and witness the echo. But with micro, like with the Xbox and the PlayStation, you notice that you can use more moves. You can have 4 moves at a time. Like, that's one thing I noticed. Like, when you have the third party support, Nintendo was limited definitely on graphical power, so you had to even downgrade a lot of your games in order to meet those requirements, versus where you have on a PlayStation and Xbox more powerful of a system. So that's the other thing that Nintendo lacking is definitely in hardware. They don't put themselves on the same playing field as the other consoles. That's why Nintendo is lacking. And then on top of that, like you said, they shit on like the third party developers and the fans and stuff like that, to where they lose support.
But I guess when you've been basing all of your games on like a lower standard of graphic. I mean, you're used to that. You don't need to go all out and do super controls or whatnot, or not super controls, motion controls like PlayStation did or Xbox did, because it wouldn't make any sense. You're a simpler base system that caters to the poorer variety. To the people that actually.
With the motion controls, what game besides Wii Sports was good with the motion controls?
Mad World.
Yeah, Mad World is a good game. They tried to put that on 360.
No,
actually,
that was on 360. Let's see. No More Heroes 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Mushroom Men, Spore Wars. Let's see what else.
All I'm gonna do is make this point. When you limit yourself down to one system, isn't like, let's say with any graphic system, like you just mentioned graphics, you get 60 FPS with all console systems. When you have like a computer, you have capable of what your computer's capable of.
What you were saying?
Run that by me again.
Yeah, we lost you.
So you're making the argument for PC gaming.
Yes, always.
Don't buy a console, just build a PC. Got it.
Yeah.
I'm now just done talking to you.
Yeah, we're definitely not getting into that argument tonight. Like,
I know,
consoles,
there's a whole other spectrum.
Yeah, because consoles have their place. Like, it's not. It's the fact that, well, we had that discussion on that. We gotta go. If we can keep getting into this, we're not gonna finish the news tonight and get into what we're really here for.
Okay, well,
a new challenger.
Quite serious. I do have an Xbox One. I agree that Nintendo is a good gaming system for families, but I think most of our systems are leaning more towards the newer kids wanting the Xbox One and the PS4, because I'm gonna be quite honest with you, they're the flashy systems. That's what the kids want and everybody wants, are the flashy systems.
Yeah,
but they also got they got the support of the third party, because like I said, like when I asked you like what games were good with the motion controls, think about how many games came out on the Wii and the Wii U. Like, only those games was good with the motion controls. You got hundreds of games, but only those games.
You should never force a novelty like that. Like, that should be something that you custom tailor and experience to. Because I love the Kinect, and people still shit on it. But when it was a custom experience for it, it was great. If you just try to shoehorn it in, it's gonna suck. But
exactly, that's one thing that Nintendo did. They try to shoehorn the motion controls in, and then have the controller as an afterthought.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem. I feel like was one of their biggest problems with that, because you can't have every game with motion controls and expect it to be good. Now, like you said.
Now we have the VR systems. We have the virtual reality. Well, now we have the virtual reality system. So I'm thinking muscle, like the Wii U or any of the things that go off of motion, are about to be thrown out the window with a VR.
Not no one. The VR is still very cost prohibitive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The only one that's doing it right is Sony with their VR. You look at how they did Resident Evil 7.
Would you really want to do that, though, considering how their phone was blowing up? You're just basically going to put a phone that may or may not blow up to your eyes.
That's Samsung, not Sony. But
I'm sorry. Sorry, you're right. I'm sorry. But Samsung's trying to do it, too.
Oh, God.
Samsung has the Gear VR.
True. They're still trying.
It's a cost prohibitive. It's still very cost prohibitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is costly, but the thing
Why
is,
do I have that image in my face?
Cost of your vision.
Yeah, it is. It's the new hotness, and it'll be dead soon too. Don't worry.
Beard, I'm sorry. It's like all these words you're saying. I keep thinking of Samsung. You said new hotness, and it'll cost you, and all I can think of is somebody paying their vision, and the new hotness being the phone being too hot for their eyes. That's the extent of VR, in my opinion, right now. Just go right ahead.
But
It's being done again. It's been done before.
To defend Samsung, that was their Note 7 because of how they designed it, and they tried. What happened with the Note 7 was that they put too much into a phone. Like, for instance, the battery. It was a lithium battery, right? When a battery gets hot, it expands. But they didn't have no room in the phone for it to expand. Therefore, the battery burst, causing electrical fire. And that's basically what and plus they have cheap batteries too.
Stop making excuses for a company that has a bunch of money. That's like saying the Xbox 60 had no problem.
I am not making excuses.
Guys. We gotta reel it in. We gotta reel it in, guys. We go off on a tangent.
Okay, what was the topic? Let's go back to the topic.
Back to you, Yogi.
We don't always hate Nintendo is apparently the topic.
Yeah, it was supposed to be an apology to illustrate that, we're not completely down on Nintendo. We just find a lot of their lack of business acumen is unfortunate. And I'm not saying that Microsoft, Sony, or any other game company is flawless, but it's like Nintendo is purposely trying to do dumb stuff. Like, I just don't get it. Like, their freaking adapter, they have an $80 grip for their freaking... No, let's move on. Like $80 grip.
Yogi's not down. It's like Yogi's basically saying this. We're not down on Nintendo. Nintendo just sucks. That's all.
Well, I mean, my only problem with Nintendo right now is the price. It's definitely the price, because I'm so used to the old school Nintendo prices and I know they have to compete with everybody else, but when I saw the price for the Switch, I was like, I have no desire to buy this now. Yeah. After the commercial wowing and everything.
It's the price it's always been for their consoles, if you really think about it. If you consider
the same
inflation,
price as the Wii U. Not even inflation, just go back.
I never even bothered with the Wii U because I felt like the Wii was still good. Yeah, hey, everybody could have. My mom has a Wii, and my mom is like, she's the least video game conscious person out there, and she had a Wii because she could afford it and everything else that the Wii did.
My mom had a Wii in the Wii Fit. Like, she had both of those. And
you actually you made it available to the common person.
And they marketed the Wii U totally wrong. That was the problem with the Wii U. Nintendo had a bad problem with not only how they do third-party support, but also how they market, how they was marketing. That's why they changed how they market with the Switch.
Yeah, but that's why I'm also saying, because you're saying the Switch is mainly meant for like people that are, or rather, Nintendo's mainly meant for like people that are like Zelda and all the other stuff, right? But at the same time, if you look at the Switch commercial, they are trying to get into the world of esports with Splatoon. They're trying to make it more than just what it once was. They're trying to make Nintendo a bigger, I guess, supposedly better brand as well.
See, but this is the thing. We're like pretty much like if we're doing this realistically, we're like comparing Apple and Android, and then Samsung. I'm just gonna point this out. There are people who are always going to say Nintendo are the best. People are always going to say Xbox One is the best. And then people are going to be saying that, Microsoft. And then there's people saying Sony is the best. And then there's always going to be that fourth crowd saying the PC are the best. I'm just going to say this right. I'm going to say this right now. Mm-hmm. On this is whenever you said something about marketing. Whatever money they put in they show the product off, and whatever money they put into the product will have results. If they don't put that much money into it, and they don't put thought into it, and they don't put the time and effort into it, like they did with the Wii U, I don't think it's going to last. How long did they wait to release the Xbox One or the 360? 6 years? Something like that. It was a long time.
They still had a viable product, though. But the thing with Nintendo was, it's basically...
All right, guys, we got to move on from this. It's becoming the Nintendo Switch show.
I mean, I just say this. It's like comparing the Apple iPod with the Microsoft Zune. Zune was failed from the start due to the fact that Microsoft had already cornered the market on portable music devices. So they still tried to come out with something, and they failed. That's why you don't have Zune support anymore. They were too little, too late. That's what Nintendo's trying to do right now as well. They're trying to they're trying to invade the market that's already been set up. It's too little, too late. Nobody's hating on them. I like Nintendo. I'm not hating on them. It's just, go with what you're good at the end of the day.
I'm just being a realist, that's all I'm saying.
In other news, guys, old news, moving on over an hour later, and it's the second headline for today. For the third. Square Enix, their Eidos, Montreal, and Crystal Dynamics teams specifically are working on an Avengers game with Marvel, and they have a creative partnership set up with Marvel for multi-year, multi-game kind of setup. It's gonna be pretty cool. It's a good partnership. I'm excited about that. No?
Video game based on movies are questionable.
You don't. It's a bad move. I really do. I think because Eidos finally put out a good game after a while with fucking Deus Ex, and then they get shipped off to making shovelware games.
Well,
I kind of disagree on that. It's a bad move. I think it is a good move if they do it right. Just like how they did not Deus Ex on Mankind Divided, but how they did the other Deus Ex. What was that?
Human Revolution.
Yes, how they did that one. They actually made. I mean, even though Mankind Divided, the newest one that came out, even though you can tell they're trying to do a trilogy or whatnot. If they put the same type of thought and development into a game like that, because think about like how the Batman Arkham games came out. Like, when did you have a good Batman game before Batman Arkham Asylum? It was I would say the Genesis before you had a good Batman game. Like, if they have the same level of effort into an Avengers game, then it will be viable and it will be a good game. I think I am a little bit excited about it. I'm going to, but reserve the hype about how it's going to be. Like, Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix is a good company. I'll say it's a good company for that project because they could make, like how they made this past Final Fantasy. The Final Fantasy 15, I feel like it's a great game. I played the heck out of it. So if they do something like that,
that's been out since 10, easily.
Yeah. I would say that.
A couple of 10s, if I remember right.
Yep, they made.
It's 13 that they made a couple. They made 2 10s and 3 13s.
Look, if they come out with 10 stinkers and 1 good like Marvel Ultimate Alliance type of game, I think it's a good deal then. Or maybe a new the Avengers games during the 16-bit era. I thought was awesome. That Brawler or the X-Men game, the arcade game. Like, it was as simple as that. Like, it'll become shovelware if they keep churning them out. But if they have good quality control, the potential's there. And remember,
they're going to keep shoveling them out because that's Marvel's going to want their movie tie-ins. That's what Disney's going to want.
And you can expect a Star Wars tie-in as well.
There'll be Disney movies every.
If you ever think about it, there's already Star Wars games. There's a Lord of the Rings games. You're just the person who made the point about the movies is we've been making games from after movies for the past 20 years,
and most of them are bad. Most games made
they try so hard to tie it in. They try so hard to tie it into the movie.
If it's a movie tie-in, it's not going to be good. But if it's a movie, if it's based on the IP, then there's potential.
Well,
I would disagree. I kind of
depends on the studio.
Kind of like the
So we'll see what come out of that. By the way, Rocket League and NBA Live 2K17 free play weekend on Xbox Live. It's part of All Access Microsoft event this weekend, and there's something else they're doing with this. They have a bunch of sales and other goodies as well. Smite Season 4 patch. If you keep me up with Smite, they just revealed King Kappa, so now you can have a bowl of water on your head. Pretty cool. If you ever had dreams of that, now you can make it happen on Smite when the new patch comes out. And they got the new season ticket. What they did now with the season ticket is pretty cool. Everybody gets to participate in the fantasy sports, the esports side of Smite. You don't have to buy the ticket, but if you do buy in, you can earn more points and fast track your rewards. And it's pretty cool because the season ticket system on Smite basically is a way for you to like keep up with the esports scene and also earn additional rewards all season long. So it's kind of like a meta game. It's pretty dope. I like the way they're doing it now. Oh, guys, this should get you excited. Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands open beta next week, February 23rd. Open beta.
I'm curious about that.
So you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry about an email, and because that was a fiasco. Like people weren't getting their codes, and ugh.
Yeah, that happened with For Honor. It's like, I mean, I'm playing right now actually, but the fact that some people ended up missing the beta on this one, and that was the closed beta. I don't know. Just have open betas whenever you're ready. Don't close people out because give people an option.
Well, no, they had legitimate issues distributing the codes because people got the email that they were invited to participate, and they never got their code. Or people were giving the referral codes out to their friends and they weren't working. So
since we're talking about Ubisoft, it should have been as long as you're part of the Ubisoft club, you should just be able to apply for the beta, no problem, or have access to the beta just by choice. You don't need a code or anything. You should have did it like that.
Yeah,
I agree.
And they could have put a cap on it. Said, okay, so we've got such amount of people. Sign up within the next 3 days, or rather, become a member within the next 3 days. If you do, you get exclusive access to this beta, but you have to do it before X, or else, you're SOL.
I think they just didn't anticipate the demand. Because maybe
That's
the
true.
pre-orders weren't where they wanted them to be, and then suddenly they got slammed. Something happened because their system tanked. It was actually impacting a bunch of other games too. But we'll be able to play that and see who's still on board afterwards. I still think this game is going to be one of the ones to watch this year. In non-gaming news, a man texts his boss, "Please help me kill my wife."
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
By the way,
It
might help to say he accidentally texted his boss, his ex-boss at that, and then his boss reported him to the police. They arrested him, and the guy tried to play it off. Oh, I was just joking. And then they subpoenaed his phone records, and they got a lot of texts, and apparently he was plotting with some guy who was a hitman that just went by the name of Shane. He said, "I'll split the insurance money with you 50-50. It was like $1 million insurance policy, and like he went into detail like, all right, well, she works at Walmart. She gets off at 11. Let's make it look like an accident,
Who the hell works at Walmart and has $1 million insurance policy?
That's what I'm saying. Like
this
story does not line up.
At, like one of those bougie Walmarts.
Yeah,
Sir, I do not work at Walmart. I work at the Mart of Walls, good sir. There's a difference. There is a difference.
To be fair,
You Walmart people, I swear, I will never shop at the Walmart again.
to be
I'm
fair,
gonna say
anyone could get an expensive life insurance policy.
True.
What was that, Evil?
So that looks really suspicious from the beginning.
No, anyone could get a life
Saying.
insurance policy of that much. That had nothing to do with your earning potential. The main thing they'll look at is where your health is at. If you're high risk, and you can get a policy to cover all kind of stuff. AD&D insurance is super easy to get if you qualify.
Yeah, but Walmart.
Yeah, but you don't get it. You don't have to get it through Walmart. It's independent. You get insurance.
But that's his wife working. But where is he working? He might be the one that's having most of the money. So
She might have been a gold digger.
Yeah, but you guys are thinking too much. Like, you can for $100 a month, you get a life insurance policy that will pay you at least $500,000. That's standard. It sounds crazy, but it's pretty common. It's just most people don't give a shit. They figure they're not gonna die, so they don't bother getting life insurance.
True.
They don't want to put a mark on their back, a little bullseye.
Yeah, because their mortality is real.
Yeah, there you go.
I know. Ask Laura Croft.
Oh yeah, he's echoing. Woo!
Echo.
What I find funny about the story is
I will have a good microphone.
why are you making these plans via text message? Like, wow, this is like criminal plot 101. Like, Jesus. Anyway, I saw that headline. What's that, Beard?
Not the smartest move.
Yeah,
but it's the easiest way to do it.
Just keep a easy paper trail. Like, don't meet face to face and have conversations. Let's just leave it in all documented. Good job.
Yeah, really. Cops ain't gonna find me.
Here's another fun headline. Playboy is bringing back nudity. Yeah. Could they claim hashtag naked is normal? I thought this was weird. I'm like, Playboy got rid of nudity? Why?
I know they had articles in there, but...
Yeah. I read Playboy for the articles.
No, I mean, I don't read it, but I think they started putting actual readable articles in there.
All joking aside, Playboy has always had really good articles, like their interviews and their op-eds are actually really good things. But let's face it, like, the nudity is really what brought you there, and then all that other stuff was the icing on the cake. But last year around March, they decided to remove. Yeah, I did have a cat behind me. She went down on my lap. Poor Chub's like, Yogi, behind you. I know.
That is not a good follow-up.
I'm interacting with the chat.
I had a cat behind me. She went down on my lap.
Giggity. Anyway, so it was just funny that they made that decision because Hugh Hefner came out. He said he admitted that removing nudity altogether was a dumb idea. Well, yeah, but he said,
clearly,
oh, there was a person. Oh, okay. I didn't see the other person behind me. People are creeping up in the man cave. Apparently there was someone one of the kids. Anyway, it's just silly. Like, this is the thing, the nudity. To get rid of it. What were they thinking? But they said, because the way they portrayed nudity was antiquated. Well, then make it more freaking, I don't know.
So
modern.
It's gonna be more. It's gonna be more artistic now, or something.
I think they need to just stop the pretense altogether. Like, just go balls to the wall. Like, I don't want artsy fartsy.
I thought that was Hustler though, with the balls to the wall.
Yeah, I mean,
in the internet age, who's buying porn?
Yeah, there's that.
Well, there's that too, but
Pornhub.
But you're talking about Playboy. They have an iconic brand. Everybody knows the freaking bunny, right? That looks like a peace sign. Like,
oh yeah,
Yeah.
The nudity is a big part of their brand. Like, it's just weird. But I don't know. Moving on. Long story short, they brought back the nudity. Good job, Playboy. Good thinking.
That just seemed so. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. See, it's making your brain hurt too. I'm like, what? Another thing that happened.
JCPenney catalog. I'm sorry.
JCPenney catalog. There you go.
It's basically what they've turned into.
Oh no, they brought the nudity back. It's just, why was that even a decision to begin with? Like, I don't know.
Because they turned into a JCPenney's catalog.
They're trying to appeal to different people.
Yeah, I guess so. They did say that they're gonna get rid of the tagline "Entertainment for Men" because they don't want to make it too gender specific. Rather, they want it to be like more open because people have different gender roles and blah blah blah. Like, I get it. You're trying to be more accommodating, but.
So what are they gonna call it?
It's still be Playboy, but they're getting rid of that little tagline.
Entertainment for people who like naked women?
Entertainment for everyone. I don't know. Entertainment for the beings.
We do live in a time where, you know, a man isn't a man anymore and a woman isn't a woman anymore. It's all just subjective.
Yep. And everything you say offends someone.
Isn't that the truth?
Everybody's overly sensitive.
You need a safe space.
That's my goal. I want Wall Street Journal to write a hit piece about me.
Nice.
Forget that mother.
So the Grammy Awards happened. I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, so pissed.
Wait. Hold that thought. Tell us in a second. But did you see that Adele broke her Grammy in half, apparently? Because she wanted to share
it on purpose?
Yeah, she did it on purpose because she wanted to share it with Beyonce. Because she felt that, personally, Beyonce had the album of the year. Mind you, Adele won like 4 other awards. You know, maybe I'm just showing my age, but why is Adele a big deal? Like, I can't even think of a song she sings. That's how out of it I am with modern music.
Adele is an actual singer.
I'm still trying to figure out why Beyonce is a big deal, but that's
true. That's true.
Adele doesn't need computers or anything to sing. She is an actual singer. On top of that, when she messes up, she doesn't have that immortal, that whole persona like, you know, I'm not supposed to mess up. I'm perfection. She messes up. It makes it seems like she's human. You know, she's something that she's a singer that most people can kind of relate to too.
Yeah, I think that's what it is about her, that she's relatable. Because like, I'm sure I've heard a lot of Adele music, but I just don't know it's her because I don't pay attention really like that anymore to music. Like, most music out there is pretty disappointing these days. And I don't know.
Oh, and plus, when people try and sing an Adele song, it usually does not go over well because nobody can do Adele but Adele.
I'm gonna have to listen to some of her music, really, because apparently she's a bigger deal than I realized.
Bigger than Beyonce, apparently.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Beyonce named her album Lemonade. I mean, that should have sold like hotcakes, or like lemonade at a lemonade stand.
Yeah, my thing about Beyonce is like everybody's like, oh my God, she came out when she was pregnant. She sang a song. It's like, okay, my wife is a classically trained singer. She knows somebody that was pregnant, and she sang at somebody else's wedding. So, you know, I'm not seeing.
Did her job while she was pregnant.
Pretty much. Yeah. Glad it's not just me seeing that.
Yeah, well, you know, people hold these celebs up to a pedestal for whatever reason. In tech, this is really interesting. We were talking earlier about Twitter and Facebook and, you know, weird things in social media and how certain tools catch on and others don't. Well, Snapchat, apparently still a big deal, and they just set their IPO valuation at $22 billion with a $3.7 billion windfall. And I'm not going to get into what a windfall is, but these numbers are laughable
because it's not worth it.
I know! Like, okay, I get that
Twitter can't turn a fucking profit. How does Snapchat think they have a chance?
And the thing is, investors are going to jump on this. When it goes public officially, they're going to jump on it because people are already saying, oh, this is going to be the biggest IPO since Alibaba and Facebook, right? It's supposed to be the biggest IPO for a Los Angeles firm ever, period. I'm like, damn, that's a lot of freaking expectations. Like, it's a freaking sexting platform. Like, it's really fundamentally what it is. Let's just face it. That's why the teens love it, because they can send the pictures to each other and like, hee, you saw my coochie, hee, you saw my pee-pee. Like, I'm sorry. That's what it's being used for. You know?
Yeah, I was going to say the only way they could even survive is if they team up with Tinder or something.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking, like, if they just go fully commit to the sexting platform, but that's not profitable. What's going to help them is that they're already ahead, they already are thinking ahead of the time, and they're saying, how can we make this profitable? How can we throw advertising down people's throat? And they're doing the stories and all the other features they're throwing in their messaging. Those are all opportunities to do display ads and all kinds of crazy stuff. So that's something Twitter didn't do until way late in the evolution of the platform, which is that's why they can't make money. You know, now Twitter, we said this earlier in the show, Twitter, in order to become profitable, would have to completely change what they do and how they do it and make it un-Twitter-like and not functional and piss off all their users and had to basically start off from scratch. So it's either keep their user base.
Piss off their users anyway.
Yeah,
all they do is throttle people whose opinions they don't agree with.
And all the bots too. I mean,
yeah, that's a whole other thing. That's a whole other aspect. But Twitter is still more functional than a lot of other social media tools. As much people like to hate on it, you know.
MySpace.
Man, MySpace.
Yeah, MySpace is
good times. Check this out. Snapchat expects to sell 2.3 billion in shares as soon as they go public. I'm like, wow. Like, they really have some high hopes. I don't know. Maybe this is where we start to see how old we are. Because I'm sure the young listeners and viewers right now are like, oh, yeah, Snapchat is awesome. And we're just like, it's Snapchat. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I guess.
I don't understand the hype of Snapchat at all.
It's
just posting the video.
Dude, like my kids show me the stuff they do on Snapchat. They're like, hey, check this out. And I'm like, okay. And I'm trying to seem like entertained, and I'm like, but it's you singing the song, and you have bunny ears. Like, okay, cool. I guess that's entertaining. This is the world we live in, where people just like record themselves doing everyday things. I'm cooking an egg. Look at me, I'm cooking an egg, and I have bear paws now. I'm cooking an egg. And then this shit's getting fucking reshared, and they're like, what? What is going on?
What is going on?
200,000 views.
Dude, it's like a voyeuristic like world that we live in. Like, this is the shit that people get excited about, and it's just not for us. This is the world. The future's gonna be all about voyeurism and just people just watching
does
others.
That surprise you?
Yeah, it doesn't.
These kids were all brought up on reality TV and
that's true.
Online vloggers.
Mm-hmm. Censorship. Yep. You become desensitized. Look at World Star Hip Hop. I still don't agree with that website, but you know it's a big thing. You can even
World
say
Star
YouTube
Live
on a
League.
scale. Yeah. What else? Vine.
Vine's dead.
Yeah. Daily Motion, but Vine was very popular too, especially for memes.
Did Vine officially die?
Yep, Vine's dead. It's gone.
Yep.
Yeah, I figured. Man,
Twitter's rolling it into Twitter itself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I love. We had some listeners like write in and said, "Oh yeah, company X is gonna be saved because Twitter bought it." It's like, do you not understand the financial situation and how volatile Twitter is? Twitter may never die, but as a company, like they just have no kind of traction. They have no liquidity really. Like, I don't. Yeah, Twitter bought Twitch. Well, rip Twitch. They bought Twitch from Amazon, and now they're gonna do great things. No, that is gonna die. Like anything Twitter buys right now, it's probably gonna die. I hate to say, including SoundCloud.
Oh no!
Did they buy SoundCloud?
I think wasn't it Twitter?
I hope not, because I just started my SoundCloud a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. Let me double check. Yeah, Twitter invested in music streaming service SoundCloud. Yep.
Warbound Radio will no longer be played on SoundCloud. We thank you for listening to the episode that was posted.
They bought a piece of it. Originally, they wanted to buy them outright, but now they just own a piece of it. Like right now, what keeps Twitter doesn't really have a revenue stream. What they have is a lot of people that see their numbers and invest in them for future hopes of getting a piece of whatever deal they end up selling out for. You know, they're hoping some big fish buys them out, and then they liquefy their assets and they'll get their investment back. You know, so they have a bunch of angels and investors. The what?
What big fish at this point is going to buy them? Facebook?
Yeah, I know, right? I mean, Google or Facebook, yeah. That's really
it. Because it's like Facebook in its own right is a more fancy form of Twitter. It was there before Twitter, now that I think about it.
What, you saying Facebook?
Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Twitter basically picked off of Facebook with just the status update. Like when Twitter came out, people were just tweeting about everything they did, and that was what you did on Facebook. You was just post what you was doing, and you poke people and you like things, and then
but Facebook wasn't
evolving.
Facebook wasn't the only social network that did that. Friendster had a similar thing. MySpace did.
Yeah, and high five.
Yeah, like
But-
Black Planet, Asian Avenue, Mi Gente, they all had shit like that.
Black Planet.
I mean, let's be honest. Like, Facebook did not fucking break new ground. Like, whoa, we created a status up there. You could tell people what you're thinking or what you're doing.
But that was the thing. It seemed like Facebook is what I heard of first before I heard of those other ones. Like MySpace, I heard of after Facebook. Facebook was geared only towards college students, though. You had to have a college email in order to get in. But then they saw how connected people were, and they saw how they could put advertisements in it. That's when Facebook went totally left. Is when they started putting advertisement in it and opening it up to the public. That's when Facebook went totally a different direction, and old dude Mark Zuckerberg got rich off of it.
Yeah, that's their pivot point. They say, this could be something more than just like this incestual little place for college kids to hang out and raid each other.
Pretty much.
I remember when Facebook was boring.
Facebook started off as a hot or not type of thing. People forget that. And they just kept building upon it. So, right now, the way the marketplace is, there's going to be new social media tools and platforms and networks, and eventually it's going to constantly be a cycle of diversification of services and then consolidation. There's going to be a bunch of people, then there's going to be a few people. A bunch of people, and then a few people. It's going to keep being like that. And that's probably why Snapchat thinks they can evaluate their company at that much, because they look at Instagram being purchased for what was it? Some of them seen them out. Was it 20 billion? Like Instagram? Like the fuck is Instagram?
No, I think it was a flat billion.
Was it a fat? No. Was it? There's a lot of crazy purchases. I know Instagram was in the billions, maybe 1 billion, whatever it was. I mean, Minecraft. How much did Microsoft buy Minecraft for?
2.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's fucking Minecraft.
It's also the most popular video game probably ever.
Because I'll even say this. I was playing Minecraft today. Like
I saw. But I mean,
my fiance was playing it. Like
in the social media space, a lot of these tools are being bought out just so they could kill the competition before they evolve into something bigger. A lot of times you don't hear about these deals, but this is what all these companies are doing.
101.
Yeah, it's crazy. But with that, we got a few minutes here to maybe make a little bit of a dent in our Unicorn Poopies. This is round 8. I'm giving out awards, folks. Yeah. Arbitrary, nonsensical awards.
Last week. We should be done this week.
No, we never. We said from the beginning it was about 15 to 20 weeks. We're keeping in line with that. Our first category this evening, now that we finally finished our rants, is best lol moments in gaming. This is a game that makes you laugh or has some funny moments, or just generally brings the laughter about in one way or another. So, guys, if you have any ones you want to add here, I noticed none of you are in the show notes. Thank you for that.
Sorry. That's not true. I got a lot going on. Sorry.
Really? Because it's not showing you guys in here. Episode 166. Not showing you.
I do not know how. So, this is my first time.
He's the only one that has an excuse. I will fix it.
All I have is access to 165.
You
should be able to see 166. That's this episode.
Nope.
I'm gonna share it again.
Fucking better. Hurry up.
Here.
Ain't got time for your raindrop drop top now.
sillyhatfunnyface@gmail.com. Got it. There you go. I sent it to you, Beard.
Let me just keep refreshing, see if I get it.
I got
you
166.
emailed it to us?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying now. I forgot about this.
Yeah, Google Drive. It's a thing that people use.
Yeah.
You mean you can drive on the Google?
Google has the
I see someone in the notes now. There you go.
There we go. Fucking finally. Look at that.
So we have Titanfall 2 because BT is fucking hilarious. Gears of War 4 because the dialogue is always great.
What page is this on? What page?
Just do a search and just look for best space lol, and it'll come up. That's why the easy way to do it.
I'm doing this on my phone, so you know.
Oh, for your phone's gonna be difficult.
36.
Yes. Does it paginate on the phone app? I don't think it does. Does it? I don't know. Yeah, we have big show notes. Big show notes.
Somebody else needs it.
Who else needs it?
Somebody that may have just began with us today.
Oh no, he's riding. He's coming along for the ride. That's for the love of the kill. He just pops in as a guest. It's Waylock. It's just Waylock. The Waylock needed nose.
Yeah. How you gonna be a Waylock when you ain't got the nose to cast spells?
Because he was silenced. You have to speak to cast the spells.
That's true. Yeah, he's just lurking. He does that. But what else we got? We got Dead Rising 4. That game is actually still funny. It's pretty low. Can't think of anything else. I don't know if we missed any.
Metal Gear Solid 5.
You played that in 2016?
Yes, I did.
Oh, okay. MGS 5. That's a good one too.
Yeah, especially when you said C4 on the back of a guard's back and then run away and then watch him blow up.
Typical Metal Gear.
Or here's a funny one that I promise no one has done. What I did was I put C4 on a guard, knocked him out. No, I held him up, made him lay down on the ground, put a photon on him, and as the balloon was going up, I detonated the C4.
That's evil. I like it.
So I will give.
You're giving it to that game? That's right off your bat? Yeah.
I mean, out of the list, I'll say Titanfall 2. Okay. Just off the strength of dropping a Titan on somebody.
That is pretty funny. You call it. Especially you have the perk that makes the mech drop down right away. Oh man.
Oh yeah.
The warp. What is it? Warp drive, I think it's called. Oh, it's so great. You don't get a shield, but it drops down instantly. You just smash someone.
Dang.
Oh yeah, just the strength off of that.
One game I should have got. It's probably gonna be one of the games I have to go back and get.
Oh yeah, I don't have it, but I have Titanfall 1. I played a little bit of Titanfall 2, but I'm definitely going to get it.
Yeah, I'll give it Titanfall 2 as well because your robot companion in the campaign is hilarious, and also calling in mechs and squishing people is pretty fun. Never gets old. I also like when you shoot people out of the sky when they eject and they think they're safe. Like, I'm invisible.
Oh, that is
pew!
Hilarious.
Dead. And the dead body just drops down from the sky.
The worst is when you have the one with the rocket launcher on your, the one where you have the rocket launcher on your shoulder, like as your alternate weapon, and as they're falling down, you just shoot rockets at them.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like it's gonna be Titanfall 2. My pick is Dead Rising because Dead Rising is, as far as the comedy aspect, it has never let me down.
Yeah, and in Dead Rising 4, Frank West is a real asshole. Like, he's just fucked up. At one point in the game, he's like, "Oh, well, I didn't mean to save you, but that's cool too." Like, wow. He accidentally saves people. Like, yeah, sure. Like, he does not want to be a hero at all. Like, I don't know. He doesn't want to be a role model. Nope. Doesn't want any of it. He's complete anti-hero.
Oh yeah, I love anti-heroes.
All right, you'll love Dead Rising 4. Beard, I'm just gonna call you evil. In the chat, you're for the love of the kill. That's what I was known yet, but here you're the evil. It's like evil Waylack. So different. You guys have any picks? This category, Beard.
Not particularly.
Nothing made you laugh a lot this in 2016 when you were playing it.
Dark Souls is funny just because of how burningly frustrating it is.
Were you playing Dark Souls and laughing while you were dying constantly?
Other people were laughing at me.
Oh,
that counts.
I guess that does count.
Gotta take a win somewhere.
Dark Souls 3 for Beard. That's true. People
I will say.
Enjoy
I will say that Dark Souls. I will agree with him when it's funny, because there was one enemy that made me laugh when I first died by him. Well, every time I died by him was the one that's at the bottom of that tower with the dragon tooth as a weapon.
Oh, I know the one.
Wait, you got Dark Souls 3, yeah. Tuka?
No, I got one. I have one. I'm
Oh.
going to get 3, and I've been playing 1. I told myself I'm not going to play 2 or 3 unless I played 1 for a good amount of time, so I can just get used to it. But
1 is so different from the rest of them, though. Like, it's night and day, in my opinion.
Just play Bloodborne and then play 3.
Which Bloodborne is a good game.
Beard is of the firm belief that 1 is a turd, 2 is okay, 3 is perfection.
Yep, and Bloodborne is the best Souls game.
I'm definitely going to jump into 2 and 3. I just wanted to try 1 because I had it for so long and I never tried it. But now I feel
you get the Scholar of the First Sin edition of Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 2. And
yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, then we can play together. Yeah.
Yes, I will get it so I can play with Yogi.
Or just wait for the trilogy box set to come out.
Yeah, that too.
Quadrology.
On the Switch.
That's a lot of Dark Souls to play. That's a whole lot of Dark Souls to play at once, though. Can you imagine giving that box set and then jumping into Dark Souls for like the first time? Man, that.
Oh yeah, you're gonna die.
You'll probably take the whole set back.
Die. Yeah, you're gonna get so frustrated. You're gonna die because I remember, like my story was. To continue to finish my story was that that enemy with the dragon tooth. When I first went down there to the bottom of that tower, and I was like, huh, who is this? Oh, he's all armored up, and then he swung down and crushed me in one hit. All I could do was laugh because I was like, why didn't I roll? And then the second time I went to go fight him so I can get my souls back, I ran down there, grabbed my souls, and immediately started running away. He started chasing me. As I got to the second level, the second circle level, I turned around and was like, okay, I'm going to find him. I can dodge. I mistimed the dodge. I rolled, and he swung and crushed me at the end of my roll. And I was just like, oh, wow.
Yeah,
that was so hilarious.
Dark Souls 1, if you fuck up with your parry or your rolls, it's over. Like, there's so many fights that you can skip, and you really, it's not so much that you can skip it, that you should. Like, when you see those Black Knights in the beginning portion of the game.
Oh, God, yeah.
Skip those fuckers. Don't.
Well, there is a way to beat them. It's cheap. You don't get to keep your experience from it, but if you got a ledge, fall off, and they'll follow you, and you'll get the items.
That's true.
That's so cheap. But I have actually now perfected how to beat the Black Knights. It was funny at the beginning. I fought that Black Knight at the very beginning at the you go up the hill and near where you ring the bell. That Black Knight messed me up so bad so many times.
Ring the bell. Is that before you fight the? Is that where you fight the freaking? You go to the watchtower and you gotta fight that giant shit, whatever.
Gargoyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Before you see that dragon blowing fire down the bridge.
Oh, that.
Through the So yeah, it was right before that Black Knight down there. But yeah, the Dark Souls. I give it to Dark Souls being funny.
Yeah, it is funny. Like in the moment, you're freaking cursing everyone and their mama, but afterwards you're like, that was kind of funny.
But yeah, that was pretty good. As much as I hate life, that was good.
I've done some really derpy things in that game, like just jump off a ledge for no reason and then ruin a really good run. Like, yep, that just happened. I zigged when I should have zagged.
There's no reason for it. There's no reason at all. It's like, oh, well, that was just me being an idiot.
I actually was backing up from a Black Knight, the one that's in the marsh. I was backing up from him, and I just slipped off the ledge for no reason. I was like, son of a bitch.
Did he follow you?
No, he didn't. He just stopped and looked at me fall.
I love...
You didn't entice him.
I love when... so you gotta put catnip in your pants before you do a jump like that, then they'll follow you. I just love... I just love freaking getting like a running start and then like fucking up the jump. Like I'm gonna make this jump, and then you don't do the jump right, and you just run off the ledge, and just dip your way down. Whee!
Or you forgot that you're playing Dark Souls and you're trying to do control. Jump is the A button, and you try to run to the edge instead of hitting B twice, which is so fucking stupid.
It is. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's usually why I fuck it up, because I'm like, okay, I got the running part. Oh, how do I jump again? A. Oh no, it's B.
Tomb Raider all over again.
Yep. That Dark Souls is basically the tank controls of this generation and last generation.
Controls. Yeah.
This is like derp. Like the developers are like, how can we make this game really cumbersome and complicated? We can make it go against all the gaming conventions and make it really slow and give you like half of a split second to get your parry, and if you mess it up, you'll get hit and then perma-stunned. That sounds fun, right? Yeah, people love it. Now they got a freaking massive hit of a franchise somehow because people are masochists. Like, yes, please, throw me some more.
But even before the Souls games, 4 Software made a very hard game in Armored Core.
Oh yeah,
God, a giant.
Yeah, but Armored Core was never as hard as Dark Souls.
No, and it wasn't unless you played Armored Core 4. There was some missions in Armored Core that was like, how the hell do I beat this? Like, seriously. Like,
I love Armored Core 4.
And playing
that's
online.
Frontline, isn't it? Armored Core 4 was Frontline, the one with the persistent world. No. You play online. Isn't that the one?
No, that was Armored Core Frontline.
Yeah.
I think it was its own separate thing.
Yep.
But that was the one with the multiplayer, and it had the persistent world and the factions and all that. You know what I'm talking about? That online.
That
was one of them, but not Armored Core 4.
Armored Core 4. I remember playing Armored Core 4 online against other people. It was like the most harrowing experience I've ever had in a game, because these people was like, I remember I got my friend to play against these people. He had a missile build. He shot every single it looked like something off of Gundam Wing or something like that with heavy arms, was just shooting missiles everywhere, and these dudes dodged every single missile and was talking junk on the mic like missile noob, and they just came there and just bladed him a few times, and that was the game.
Damn.
I was like, yo,
Yeah.
like I was a missile dodger, but them cats it looked like something off of like a Gundam series. It was so bad.
I wonder how much of From Software's games being hard comes from them being old school gamers or them not actually bothering to play test their games. I want to give them credit and say that they just purposely, that's like their signature, and they make their games hard. But I have a feeling that a good portion of it is because they don't bother to like play test the games extensively. It's like, yeah, this seems about right. Like, yeah, I did 100 times before I beat the first 20 minutes of the game. Yeah. People love that. Replay.
I can't agree with that if the games were like fundamentally broken.
But you have to admit, it did create a whole new kind of genre of game because you had was it Mario Creator that came out and it made that game 10 times harder. You had Super Meat Boy, that game was extremely hard. It was all focused around you trying
Mario Maker basically took from the ROM hacks that have existed for as long as the internet has.
True.
Look up some of the old Kaizo Mario stuff that people used to make with the ROMs. That's pre-Dark Souls.
It's pre-Dark Souls.
See,
that's always existed. People like hard games. Look at Mega Man fucking...
Oh, God, yeah. That's true.
I think
Mega Man.
I think gamers are finally realizing that video games have become very handholdy. So now, when you get these games that are actually challenging, it's a breath of fresh air. So that's a good trend. That's a trend I'm totally behind. Because I'm sick of forced tutorials that dumb it down and make it seem like you never played a game ever in your life. It's like, all right, for this portion, we're gonna do something called a jump. Doesn't that sound fun, kids? To do the jump, you gotta press A. First, let's try jumping in place. All right, let's do that 20 times. Good job. It's like, oh my God. Are you gonna tell me how to hold my controller too and freaking use the analog stick?
I do miss the manual art, though. I will tell you that much. Especially the Street Fighter 2 manual, Championship Edition, that had all the bios in it and everything. It was so cool.
Yeah, those was the best. Like, I don't understand why they took instruction booklets out. Those were like the best.
Yeah, that I definitely
save money.
Yeah, it's a money saving thing. Bigger profit margins. We had we had the same rant last show, I think, too.
We gotta learn how to stay on topic. Fuck.
I know, right?
Let's finish these Unicorn Poopies.
Well, we got two more. We got time for two more categories. We did go long on some of the other stuff. That's okay. We have new guests tonight, and we'll pick up where we left off next week. Of course. But here we go. But oldie but goodie. All right, it's self-explanatory. We have XCOM, Dark Souls, Risk of Rain, Terraria, Shadowrun Returns, War for the Overworld. So this is a good opportunity for you to talk about a game that's it's older enough that people are not really talking about it anymore, but you're still playing, or you still really go back to or think fondly of it. Like it's still haunting you in a good way.
World of Goo.
World of Goo. Ooh, good call. So that's obviously Beard's pick.
That was a
Gunstar Heroes.
Oh, Gunstar Heroes.
You still think about that game on a regular basis?
I still got it on my Xbox.
Okay.
Like I put on Xbox One. I got it.
I have two.
But you know what? Oh, go ahead, Tuka. Go ahead.
Go. I'll let you finish, Warchild. I didn't know you was done.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, since I've been on a Doom kick these last couple of shows, Doom and Doom 2.
Doom 3D.
Final Doom.
Duke Nukem.
Just put forever. Doom series. Doom Nukem forever. Doomenstein 3D forever.
Okay.
4.
You got me thinking here now.
Warcraft.
Well, since you guys took it back pretty far, And it's
Not
actually,
that World of Warcraft stuff. Warcraft.
I still
Mr.
go
T
back
can
to
change the Warcraft.
I still go back to this game. I'm gonna go with Guardian Heroes actually, which they did.
I'm Mr. T and I'm a Night Elf Mohawk. I'm sorry.
They did
Night Elf Mohawk.
they did an HD remix on 360, which is pretty dope. That's gonna be my game. All right, most evolved / improved game. This is kind of what we were talking about
Skip
earlier.
me? That's so terrible. Just skip
Destiny.
me. You just
Oh.
you skip me.
Speak now, Phil. You said you got 2. Okay, Tuka's got 2. 2 for 2.
Oh, my bad. What's your oldie but goodie, Tuka?
Streets of Rage.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like
Okay.
I have the Sega Vintage collection on my Xbox, and I've been playing that a little bit. That is a classic beat 'em up that makes me show my age.
Now the first Streets of Rage or the whole series?
The whole I have the whole series on there. I've been playing like 1 and 2. I haven't jumped into 3 yet.
The music
Again.
in that game is great, and then the end level.
Oh
Stuff.
yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do-do, something like that.
That was. I feel like that was the first game that had PvP in it. When you get to the end, my brother used to be an ass. He'll pick no just cause so he can fight me at the end. and then I end up having to go against the boss, or he had to go against the boss by himself.
Swunkin. That cat's going crazy over here. What are you doing, cat? I'm about to throw something at her. Anyway, yeah, that's a good pick. What was your other pick? You said Streets of Rage. What's the other one? You forgot already?
I've been playing. I've been also
Streets of Rage.
I've been playing Faster Than Light.
Ooh, FTL, yeah.
Yes.
I told you FTL's good.
Yes, it's very good. That one, as far as old games I've been playing, was FTL and Streets of Rage, and also I played Risk of Rain. If that's what I'm thinking, I think I played that a couple of times.
Oh, and Crypto the Necrodancer is now on Xbox One. It's about a 2 or 3 year old game. If you haven't played that yet, I'd give that a shot. All right, so next category, and then this will be the last one for the night. Most evolved, improved game. War Child already said Destiny. Other nominees are Siege, Overwatch, Smite, The Division, Evolve, LOL, and League of Legends.
Overwatch, I don't think has really improved because it was always good. I mean, it just does different events and stuff like that. Here, I've never played Siege, but I will say the Division. My it's probably the Division because the Division went from okay to when 1.3 came out. I was like, "What the hell are y'all doing?" To now that that whatchamacallit is out. When I played Survival just revived the Division.
Yeah,
really for me. And then the only reason why I even considered Evolved, it was because what it was before was garbage. Like, why did they have all these DLC and they're just skins to like how it is now and how they did a little bit. They did some changes to it to make it a little bit better, especially on PC. Like, and the different characters you have now, you have a lot more characters. Tori, if you play that game with, like, you remember when we played, Yogi, we was playing as the hunters, and we was going in for a long time. We was not losing. Like, we was communicating, we was taking out the monster, except that last person that we played that was hiding in the tree that he knocked down and then came out and mauled me, and y'all was all across the map.
He was a really good monster. I gotta say, he knew what he was doing.
But Evolve is, I think after people got so distasteful with Evolve that when they actually did what they needed to do, they didn't really communicate with their community to keep them interested and involved.
You know, another one
they gave it away for free.
Yeah, sadly. See, that's probably what it should have been to begin with, and then they could have charged for DLC, but whatever.
Yeah, it was. Matter of fact, it was one of the higher value packs that was for free too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like everything in there.
We should
mention. Like they did, what was it? DC Universe, where it was you remember no, not DC Universe, ESO. How ESO was first you had to pay for, like monthly too, as well as buy the game how it was on PC, but then they definitely gutted that and then made it to where you just pay for the game.
Yeah, and actually ESO should be in the discussion for sure. Same thing as GTA 5, because both games stumbled and now they kind of found their groove.
I don't think GTA 5 had made that much of an improvement from what it was initially.
Dude, do you remember when GTA 5 launched last gen? What a shitstorm that was! It made freaking any Battlefield launch look like top notch. And that's saying something.
I don't know. No, I can't agree with that because Battlefield 4 launch was terrible.
That's what I'm saying. GTA 5 was worse, dude. The first month.
GTA 5 wasn't. Nah,
the first month, it was unplayable online.
Shoot,
you could not play online.
But you can at least play a single player. You can at least play a single player. It only took them a couple of games.
Who cares about a single player? They're saying I'm gonna buy a car so I have 2 cup holders. What the fuck?
I will say this much.
Battlefield 4, you can even play single player.
But it has improved vastly because they've given you so much to do online now. Plus, there's the level creators and so on and so forth. You can do a lot more than what vanilla GTA 5.
That's what I'm saying.
And then on top of that, it's all free. Yeah, that's a good thing.
GTA 5 has come a long way, and I don't own it on next gen, but I'm everything I hear about it makes me want to get it. So, but from what it was, which was a steaming turd, in my opinion,
oh Lord,
dude, listen. I don't care about the campaign of GTA. So you have a feature in the game that's completely unusable for a whole month? That's unacceptable. Push the fucking release date up. Oh, you didn't anticipate there'll be such a demand. Get the fuck out of here. Fucking,
I know, right?
Makes no type of sense.
I will agree. My argument is not that GTA's launch for their online was terrible because they had it to where GTA Online. That you got the GTA 5, but then they came out with GTA Online a little bit later. And when they granted access to GTA Online, it was terrible. It crashed all the time. It took so much time for matchmaking. But they definitely fixed all that and improved, especially when it came to Xbox One. And they've corrected a lot of the mistakes that they had because they had time to fix it. Because you can never anticipate what type of demand you're going to have when that stuff happens. Now, Battlefield 4 launch, they rushed that launch, and it was a total unplayable game, period. There was nothing good about it, but they as far as from where they were at to how the in-game product is now, I say Battlefield 4 had much more improvement than GTA. GTA has a better.
So is Battlefield 4 your pick then? Is Battlefield 4 your pick?
Battlefield 4 as far as
is that a game that you played in 2016? Yeah, most improved, most evolved.
I still play Battlefield 4 to this day. that is a game that me and you met on Battlefield 3 really, when I got all those headshots as a sniper. But I will say it's between, for me in 2016, where I feel like had the most improvement is between probably that came out in 2016 is probably the Division had the most improvement.
So all that
what came out
to go on a whole different direction. So you're still sticking with the Division.
He's fighting passionately too. I think.
But I mean, does that if you're talking about games I played that has improvement or games that came out that year.
No, it needs to be something you played in 2016. That's our criteria, because we don't want to limit it just to what came out last year.
Well, it's really, but like you said, well, like I was saying before, it's probably GTA 5.
Division or Battlefield 4.
Division or Battlefield 4?
Or GTA 5. Those seem to be a 3.
Yeah, those are the 3. It's hard to pick because the Division is still improving as we speak because they still got more content coming out. So there's GTA 5. GTA 5, I say, is a consistent. Probably, I'll go with GTA 5.
Okay.
I'll go with GTA 5. We'll just give it to that one.
2K fits in well with us. He's more long-winded than all of us right now. What happened was...
I just have a plethora of information. That's all. I'm the info guy.
Now, Warchild, did you land on a Division or?
I said Destiny right off the bat.
Oh, so you did say Destiny right off the bat.
Is this because you've been playing that lately?
No, I've been playing it for. Look, let me tell you how deeply involved I am with this game.
You have been playing it for the past few months, and you dived into it. So
no. I've been playing it. I've been playing it for a long time. Ever since it came out, I bought the Dark Below twice. I bought House of Wolves. Matter of fact, I bought the Season Pass twice because I have Xbox and PlayStation version of it, which I've come to realize that I should just go ahead and stick with one. So I'm just going to delete it off the Xbox and stick with the PlayStation one because of the exclusives. But I purchased the game twice, so I could play with different people on different systems. And once I decided to play with the PlayStation 4, kept playing it. To the point where I put in, I don't even know how many hours I put into this game, but I know it's a lot. It's enough to probably equal, like, I don't know, half a year?
Half a year?
Damn.
That's a lot of playing. You don't realize how much time that is.
Oh, I know. I do. But it's
all
because I stuck through the crap, though. Because I remember when it first was at the point where you couldn't even do a raid or do anything unless you had a yellow horn.
Guys, we gotta wrap up soon.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This is your fault, Yogi.
He's like, yeah.
We start talking about Destiny, we'll never get off the topic. I already see what's going. Beard, what's your pick?
Siege.
Oh, okay. I'm actually surprised.
Slowly and quietly throughout the entire year, it's just been gaining steam.
Yeah. You can't even recognize the game now.
Slowly making little improvements here and there, and because every other game was just overshadowing it. It came out December last year.
Yeah, terrible release time.
And it didn't receive a lot of fanfare, and they've just had their nose to the grindstone. They've been making the adjustments to the game that it needs, and slowly but surely putting out a quality game, which is surprising for Ubisoft.
Yeah. I guess all odds. And actually, technically, that released in 2015. It was December 2015. Really awkward time to release, but it really feels like a 2016 release because that's really when it started to come into its own. I'm a huge Siege fan, and that would be my go-to. But all the deliberation from Tuka and Warchild earlier tangents has me thinking the Division deserves it just because Division had a lot of growing pains and it's been addressing all those issues and really building upon a solid foundation. And adding survival and underground completely switches it up. I mean, survival is a whole new game within the game. It's a separate thing, you know. It's pretty awesome. Like, it revitalized that whole experience. While Siege has those things, the core has still been there all along, and they just keep building around it. But the Division has been completely redesigning its experience and tailoring it to the core audience. I think that's important too. So it's close, but I think I'll give it to Division. But I agree with Siege. I mean, it's constant improvements to that game. They keep adding more content, more free content, and like, if you jump on board day one, you've gotten more than your money's worth, because they just keep giving you free stuff. Like, they're rewarding all the people that stuck through this whole time. Just seeing this game grow has been amazing. You know what? Fuck it, I'm giving it to Siege anyway.
Speaking of tangents.
Hey, I needed my turn before we ended the show. That was my tangent. So yeah, I give it to Siege. But folks, it is time to end the show. I have a hell of a job to do with the editing later. But before we end the show, we're gonna let you know what you could do, how you can find these fine folks when we're not doing a podcast or or we're playing games. You know, what we do in our free time, so to speak. Beard, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter, Beard and Hat, Twitch, Beard_and_hat. And that's it. The only place to find me online.
Alright. Evo, you still there? Alright, good talk.
Nah, he's gone.
He's just lurking there.
Good talk.
Tuka, where can people find you these days? Good. I know it's not really Xbox Live. I think I saw you go on to Xbox Live for the first time today.
You breathed on it. Cleaning the disc.
I am. I'm going to be back on Xbox Live actually. At Tuka44. Probably playing. I'm thinking about jumping back on ESO. Going to be playing just playing some other games. I'm going to be picking up actually Rainbow Six, Dark Souls 3, and For Honor.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
Those are the games I'm looking for because, tax time. About to be dropping on some games to pick up. But other than that, I also am on Steam at Tuki44 playing. I'm going to be playing Awesome Knots probably every Wednesday.
Ooh, good game. Really good game.
Yes.
Side-scrolling MOBA. Love that game. All right. And don't forget, we have the Geeky Antics group on the club on Xbox Live. So post your videos on there, talk in the social stream, and we can all connect there. Warchild, where can people find you?
Same place as usual, warchildgames.com. Also, I'm on Twitter underneath Warchild Games. Starting to Twitch up underneath Warchild Games, but I'm still underneath the Warchild MKIV on that right now, too. And I'm on SoundCloud underneath Warbound Radio, which I'm very behind on. But I'll pick it up eventually.
All right, and I'm Yogizilla everywhere. Mainly on Twitter and Steam these days. We got the Facebook group for Geeky Antics, the Facebook page. Just look us up. Be part of our community. Be part of the conversation. Tell us what you're enjoying. Tell us what you want to see more of, what you want less of, all that good stuff. Feedback is good. Maybe if you want to join us or you have a particular topic, you can send that over to mail@geekyantics.net. And we also have the voicemail/text line 646-801-2149. I don't pimp that out enough. 646-801-2149. Leave us a text or voicemail there. Try to keep it under a minute. And then we'll respond to you on air. But that's it for this week. We'll see you guys next week for more Unicorn Poopies and ridiculous train wreck rants. Peace.
Thank you.